it's Danny and this bitch. It's my platform, baby, come stream on Twitch. I like 'em crazy. Yeah, Danny fucking rich, girls don't be lazy. Put some energy in that clip. Go buy a hot tub, strip down, shawty lose the fit. And Danny's 60, but still want some off that drip. Don't wear the safety, Twitch con, young, wild and free. These baddies chase me, but don't bring security. It's greedy, cause it's a 50-50 split. And I don't care that you get a 95 on kick. Don't be so needy. Yeah, it's a Gucci coming hit. If you're not happy, you can always leave it quick. Cause we got baddies, that's the most important bit. Come round and blow off. Yeah, right here it's live on Twitch. It's a soft core side. We got the girlies getting lit. Take all your clothes off, get down and flash your tits. Type shit, my life a movie. TwitchCon, what's off the grid? I'ma watch some streams now. Chill out, cool off a bit. See you in the next one. Gucci marks generated the shit.
Persons under 18 will not be admitted.
In a world where a checkered flag is just the start, meet Ryan Wheeler, the would-be champ who seems to have run his last lap. But when a mysterious figure offers Ryan a dark bargain, promising the throne of speed, he strikes a deal with the devil that will make him ride and die. From ball-busting YouTube sensation and Arca Menard's NASCAR breakout racer Cody Dennison comes his first kick-ass comic creation. This won't be your average ride. It's a tale drenched in bone-chilling horror, soaked in violence, and wrapped around the curves of both the track and the sexiest women that'll make you forget the road ahead. Experience the race of a lifetime, or the damnation of your very soul. Will Ryan outrun his demons, or will he burn in the fiery pits of hell? Don't miss out. Get Cody across the finish line. Back Ride and Die on Indiegogo.
Hey, you. You're finally woke.
Are you guys aware that we almost see no titties in movies anymore? And we only see dicks? Has anybody noticed this? Yes! I love titties! Big old titties!
Oh my gosh. I hope my audio works. I don't know what happened. I think StreamYard. See, my damn name's right here. Why is my name there? StreamYard updated for like the first time in forever. And it reset everything. How about none? How about that? How about that? Welcome to the show, everybody. It's a beautiful ass Monday with the family. I hope you guys are doing really, really well. We got a lot to talk about today, a lot of spicy shit that I was a part of, and I didn't even know I was a part of it. Because when I was hearing it, because I was sitting there just listening, I was there. When I was hearing it, I didn't really think a big deal of it. But apparently it became a really, really big deal. And I'm going to kind of give my take on it, and then we're going to talk about, we got a lot to talk about. I mean, there's hours, right? Okay. There's hours to the world and the game. So make sure to get the hell on it, diggity doggone it. I appreciate all you guys for showing up and hanging out with your boy. It's going to be a long and a fun show. You know what I'm saying? Just like when you hang out with Tyrone, long and fun. You know what I'm saying? We're already 100 away towards the naked snake. Thank you. That's blue for some reason now. I guess that's an update for StreamYard. Thank you. Appreciate you, Billy. He's the only super chat of the day, and it's a big fat one. Oh, my God. Oh, my Jesus. Oh my God. Thank you, brother. It says the shit show with Trump's mortgage thing and then the loan one is just getting retarded. Also, the Olympics just recently banned transgender people from participating in female events, too, which is hilarious. Correction, they banned men from competing with women, right? No, that's a joke. Look, ow! What in the... An ant just bit me. What the hell, you son bitch? Okay. God. All right, anyways, little fucker just yeah, there he is. He's under my fingernail. You see him? Little black ass. Look at him. God, he got my ass. Anyways, Ant's a bigot, bro. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty insane. The mortgage thing is really dumb. I don't understand it. And to be fair, a lot of people are pushing back on the conservative side, so I'm happy about that. Why you got ants? Because I spray for ants every year, and I do a perimeter, and then they're gone for a year, and then I get alerted by them existing again. So he bit my ass, you know. Anyways, so yeah, the mortgage thing is getting pushed back on, which I think is great. It's renting with extra steps. I don't see why it exists. Whatever. That being said, there's also the tariff revenue, which I also don't agree with. I think it's dumb. But at any rate, I'll cash the check because I ain't a you know what I'm saying? Hey, we all will cash the check, baby. I'm just saying, I would rather them work towards other stuff. But that's whatever. We're gonna get into the drama first. Thank you so much, Billy. I love you. I appreciate you, Billy. And yes, I do agree. The Olympics definitely should not let trans women that have a advantage go against women. I mean, we're different, right? We're just different, you know. And I think it's very reasonable to not pit a tiny little 95-pound girl up against like 115, 120-pound girl that's been on testosterone for 3 years or 10 years. You know, I think, and also vice versa, a dude that's been on testosterone for 30 years because he was a guy. I don't have a problem with trans people at all. I think it's great as long as there's no children involved. Have it. You know, that's how I think a lot of people think that, right? Do you? I'm cool with it, baby. I support you. But yeah, as soon as some dude starts punching people in the face, it's different, right? So, or someone starts punching somebody in the face, right? I'm trying, you know. Okay, I haven't talked about this stuff in a long time, but I think it's very reasonable. Like Joey Schwoll got in trouble the other day because he said he was angry that a guy that was like he had been convicted of sexual assault and stuff, like was in the female bathroom, and he got in trouble for that. I'm like, that's a reasonable fucking opinion. Anyways, thank you, Billy. I love you. I appreciate you. We're a fifth of the way to Naked Snake. The first super chat is the big one from Billy. We're 400 away. Thank you, sir. I love you. I appreciate you. Let's get on to the drama that unfolded in front of me. If you watch the Jack show, you will find that I'm sitting there just listening, and I was playing NASCAR 25, but I was just listening and having a good time. And then there was some shouting, and I'm going to give you like my take on stuff. And also, because I like the perspective take, man. I like to try to understand what everybody's thinking instead of trying to think in black and white. Right. I feel like that doesn't happen enough anymore. People are always just like, you know, they're like either hard left, hard right, hard for, you know, hard pro, hard anti. And I'm not really like that unless it's like obvious stuff. So, yeah. So I was on the Jack show the other day, and it was wild. It was absolutely wild. And will you play the clip? Yeah, I'll bring the clip up here in a second, but I'm going to give a synopsis of it. Make sure you guys play the make sure you play the clip. Okay. Thanks for you play the clip, huh? CG King of Comics is sad how you don't have Malin's back. I didn't even say anything yet. I haven't even said anything. What the fuck? We're about to talk about the drama. How dare you disparage John Malin? What? I haven't even said anything yet. Wait for me to say the things. I was damn, already got me. Shit, what did I say? Did my eyebrow go up too high to like expose my John hate? No. So anyways, here's a synopsis. Can you sell me a signed copy of NASCAR 25? I mean, if you can get a physical copy of it, it's only digital. I made my own physical copy. Ha. Anyways, thank you, CG King of the Comics. Let the man cook, please. God, Jesus. Make sure you guys like the stream, please. Appreciate you. So, you could have his back on stream. Bro, I was playing NASCAR 25. What the hell are you talking about? I didn't even know what the hell was going on. I ain't a part of the campaign world. I've done it before, but now that's what I'm going to talk about that actually. So, yeah, I made that big night. I made it under Photoshop. It was like my longest spent time on a Photoshop thing in like the last 2 years. Took a while. So anyways, here's a synopsis. So I went on Jack's show. It was a good day. We're all having a good time. And Chokeout asked, from my recollection, Captain Chokeout, my boy, that's the only guy in better shape than me on NCG. What's up? Come on. So Chokeout brought up this Graham Nolan issue where Graham launched his campaign the day after that John had closed his campaign. And they like to have, you know, a separation of like a week or something to let everybody close out and open their campaigns without kind of like folding over each other, right? You know, so no one loses money or gains money. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? That's a reasonable thing. I totally get it. And the reason why I totally get it is when I was about to launch my campaign, I messaged John, I believe, I may have not, but I definitely messaged Cecil, and I messaged a few people that I knew had campaigns coming, and I was like, "Hey, I want to launch my campaign Monday. When are you guys launching? Because I don't want to launch or over anybody, right?" So I launched, I think, a week before Cecil. That's how me and Cecil agreed to do like a week or two. I can't remember. So I totally understand that aspect, 100%. And when you have people all in the same, like under the same umbrella, and they're not communicating, and people are launching on top of each other, especially somebody like John. When I think of the CG-ness, just from kind of an outsider perspective, when I think of it, I think of John, Ethan, and Shane Davis. That's like the three, I don't know why, but they just always pop in my head when I think of there's the guys, right? And of course Cecil, and then and other people I know. So yeah, so I understand launching a really close to a close and not communicating. I understand why that would be a shit show. Totally get it. Now, that being said, Chokeout asked about it, and John explained it, and it got heated as hell, and Anna was doing the thing that I've experienced with girls, where they try to justify during the argument. I consider it entertainment. That's what I thought it was. But she's like, but what about this? What about this? What about this? And which just pissed John off more, right? So that was the gist of everything. And then John left the call, and then Anna messaged him and was like, "Hey, you mad at me?" And then he said, "No, it's in your head." And then he put on Twitter that he was leaving the Jack show forever, right? So that's the gist of the drama right there. So here's my take on things. I don't necessarily I think John's kind of like, I could even wager that these acts aren't even connected, right? I think John is a little trolling and also is tired, right? That's my theory. Because I've talked to John. I've been on streams to John. John's a really cool, solid-ass dude. I can't imagine John's gets hysterical. I don't see that. I've never seen that. I have no evidence of that, right? So there's that. I think John's a really good dude. So I can't imagine he'd just be like, fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, from the Anna perspective, okay? Anna made a stream on Rumble yesterday or the day before, where she was very, very emotional, and it was heartbreaking to see. Okay, because I just saw somebody in the chat was like, Anna has a sad stream on Rumble. I was like, what the fuck? So I went and listened to the whole thing, and I immediately texted Anna because I love Anna. She's my boy. So she was really, really emotional about the whole thing. Okay. Now, some context to the emotions that are coming out of Anna is she got a strike on her channel. She's in danger of losing her channel. And I don't care what anybody says, when you put thousands upon thousands of hours into YouTube or any content creation scene and it gets threatened, it sucks. It's like losing your whole life, right? Regardless of if you think it's serious or not. Right? You built it for years. She's not streaming. If I didn't stream for 2 weeks, I wouldn't be able to pay my mortgage. Right? So that's how my perspective is on that. So she's real emotional. Now, not only that, okay, that happened. She's dealing with, trauma from being pregnant, trauma from, she's at home alone. She's pregnant. Or she was pregnant. And, she has health complications still to this day as a result, which is constantly on your mind. She talked about having to have she has a monitor that monitors if, she's in danger of having a stroke, because she could, she's at risk for it, which is fucking terrifying, in my opinion. And then she gets the strike on her channel. And then she goes live on Jack's show. And she's like, finally, something I enjoy, which I totally understand. And then that drama happens. And I think it just pushed her over the damn edge. And there's one more tidbit to this, which is the big tidbit. Minnie Galen says, thanks for talking with me after Chrissy's show and Chandler Camp. It was really cool meeting you. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. It was fun. Thank you for hanging out. Love you. I love you. Are you the guy that was fucking jacked? That was like, thanks for giving me inspiration. Because how dare you take that inspiration and then get in better shape than me? You get close. Don't surpass me, sir. No, no, I'm gonna have you back in about 70 days. The cut diet's a weekend, and I'm weak. Thank you, brother. So, at any rate, here's the tidbit, right? So this is everything has happened up to this point. So Anna's already in a bad headspace, and we love Anna. I love Anna. Okay, she's my girl. All right. If only I would have met her and she lived in Alabama and single, and we were single. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, I love her. But anyways, so there was a trash cast the other day, and on this trash cast, it was Ethan and Shane, both these guys I love. And they watched a video that she had put out on Instagram. Anna had put out on Instagram of her making some cupcakes, and it was a parody video of a different style of video. And she had her big old titties. They were big and juicy, which is fine. And she was showing cleavage, and she was just making some cupcakes. That was pretty much the end of it for me. I didn't really understand like what was happening. It's just cupcakes and titties. That's fine. I'm cool with that. But they were, kind of dogging on her in a totally normal fashion. I think this happens pretty often. Everybody dogs on everybody roasts everybody. But I think that was the time where you shouldn't. And they didn't know. Like, they don't know, obviously. I mean, look, you ever been around your girl before? Or you are a girl, Steph in the chat? Okay. You ever been around a girl before and you're roasting her? Like every day, you're like, oh, what's up, bitch? You know what I'm saying? And they're and they hug you. You know what I'm saying? And then one day out of nowhere, you're like, you roast them just a hair, and they get pissed off. And you're like, whoa, hold on. I thought that was what we did. And she's like, I'm just fucking going through a lot today. You know what I'm saying? That was the day, right? Whereas any other day, if any of this stuff hadn't happened, I don't think that she would have reacted that way or had an emotional, thing go on. But when stuff starts piling up, they pile up, man. When my ex-wife left me, she left, and I had to go immediately to work at GameStop during the end of December, during all the Christmas bullshit, lying out the door. And I remember, dude, I had a panic attack. It was the only one I've ever had. It was December 27th of 2016. I had a panic attack, and it was terrifying. And then I drove back to the store, and then there was a line out. This was back in when Christmas at retail stores were crazy. So I'm sitting at the register, and there's a line out the door for 12 hours. And people, one or two or three people come up to me, and they have an attitude with me, and then another person has an attitude with me, and I'm real good at hiding shit. So I was like, hey, thank you. You guys have a good day. Another person walks up, and I was like, hey, third key or somebody, can you take the register for me? And they're like, yeah, of course. So I walk back to the back of the store, and I close the door to my office. In like the back of the store, there was like an office with a chair in it. And I just fucking had a meltdown. Just broke. Because there was so many things happening at the same time. I'm just in tears. And that doesn't happen very often. Okay. Unless I'm watching Moana, it doesn't happen very often. And then my assistant manager came in there and like held me like a baby. She was a mom. She was very nice. And that made me cry even harder because I'm gay. So, I totally understand having all these things line up and break your ass, right? And these things are bad. Like possibly losing your channel and your revenue. Fuck, that's bad, right? Losing one of your best friends, that's bad. You know what I'm saying? Watching a stream where, Shane and Ethan are kind of roasting her a little bit and implying, they never called her a whore. She said they called her a whore. I watched it. I was like, I didn't call her. But they were like implying that she was going to OnlyFans and she was, she was going down the dark path, right? And they were kind of joking though, right? So, and Anna didn't see it that way, right? And it's probably because she was in a current state of mind that wouldn't allow her to see it that way, right? She just felt, and dude, I've had that happen this year to me. Where fucking people were attacking me all day on Twitter for like 3 days over stupid shit and racing. And I'm just like, fuck, dude. So I just had to log off and go like sit down. And if anybody said anything out of the way to me, I'd freak out on them. Right. It just happens. It happens to all of us. So I don't blame Anna for that at all. And I don't think Ethan and Shane did anything wrong at all. I think it was a perfect storm of bad shit happening all at once. Right. And all of it specifically, Anna's a victim to. Right. So now, as far as, John goes, I don't know. I don't know anything about what is happening behind the scenes. All I know is John's been cool as fuck with me forever. And I've been on 100 shows with him, and I think he's great. And I can't see personally him like acting hysterical and being like, I'm pissed about this one thing, I'm out. Right? I don't see that happening. But it could be. I don't think John's like that, though. I think John's a solid ass, level headed dude. I can't imagine that's the thing. But I'll pull up the video and we'll check it out, and I'll kind of tell you what's going on. Rage and Rhino and the timing of everything. That's the best thing. The timing of everything. That's the biggest thing. I ate my grilled chicken like 30 minutes ago, and it's like stuck in my esophagus. I'm like choking. I've been choking for like 30 minutes. I'm not liking it. We are at 107 out of 500 to Naked Snake for the 528th show in a row. Thank you, Billy. Thank you, everybody. I love you. We're closing in on the Naked Snake for the 528th stream in a row. We are a pink and orange and a gold boy away from a rainbow night. Get the hell on it, doggone it. Thank you guys for all your support. I love you. I appreciate you. Let's get on it. All right, let's pull up this video and we'll kind of go through it. John was going to quit because he sold. Well, listen. Where are you at? Where the hell did you go? Oh, that's one thing, because somebody in the chat said Anna's full of shit. That's one thing that bothered me is I was watching Ethan's show yesterday, and he was watching her cry, her really emotional Rumble show. He was listening to it. And the chat was fucking going insane. And that's the thing I hate about content creation. Is we're just people, man. We are absolutely just normal ass people. Most of us anyway. And the chat are a lot of people, I don't know who or what, a lot of people don't see us that way. They see it as a reality show. So when Anna is emotional, everybody, when I was watching Ethan's video or stream of it, everybody in the chat was just saying she's faking and she's a fraud and she's a faker and a fraud. And I'm like, she's a person. This isn't a fucking movie. This isn't a TV show. You didn't turn on fucking Pawn Stars. And I think people really, really, really need to fucking re-gauge themselves back into normality. Okay? Everybody has gotten way too parasocial and just started considering all these creators they watch as TV personalities that are all doing this for their entertainment. Like all the emotions and stuff attached to it. Fuck no, man. I'm here because I want to hang out with my people in my chat. That's what I'm doing. If you hang out with me in real life, you immediately understand I'm the exact same person in real life. Anna is that way too. If you've ever been around Anna in real life, she is the exact little motherfucker that I love her. That's why I like her so much, because she'll be like, oh, fuck you, Camelot, blah, 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 in the video. And then I can go hang out with her and she'll be like, oh, fuck you, Camelot. Right? Like she's the exact same person. And I have met creators, man. I have met creators that are one way online and they're not even the same person in real life. You know what I'm saying? And that's my issue. People need to refocus and stop using content creators, normal ass people, as their means for entertainment and judging whether or not they're being genuine or not. Okay? It's ridiculous. All right? I think they're lying. About what? Being sad? What the fuck? Like, be different if there was a and B. There's not. There's just Anna's crying. Right? So that was annoying. And Ethan's chat was just fucking roasting her. And I'm like, oh, this is gay. This is gay. God, can't you just like have a moment and fucking just speak what's on your mind and your emotions take you over? And the majority of people aren't like, oh, you're a fraud. That's gay. Come on, dude. Ethan reacted to it well, by the way. I'm not saying he didn't. I like Ethan's show. So, Ethan's always been a super cool ass dude. I saw him on a show recently, and somebody was yelling at him, and he was just like, "I don't know what's happening." It's pretty funny. So, that's the thing with Ethan. He's the same guy in real life too. You know. Amateur says some things pile up. There's nothing you can do. And then they all break it. Dude, I tell you what, man. I've been there several times. Several times. Thank you, Amateur. I love you. MTB Steve says, I have a coworker who recently went through a difficult pregnancy. You absolutely do not know what to do or say to them. And then when she went into labor 2 hours after she left from work one morning. Yeah, dude. That's how it is, man. Thank you, MTB. I appreciate you, brother. Billy, fix this, Ethan. How dare you? Billy says, I wish people would leave Anna alone. She's a nice girl. And other than been through shit like she has, if they can't, they should just fuck off. Thank you, Billy. I love you. I appreciate you. Now, it is hard to tell like viewers of a stream to leave Anna alone. That's not how the internet works. Okay. But I think we can speak some truth to the motivations behind everything and how she's affected emotionally, which I think is 100% genuine. I never even questioned it once. Okay. Because I've been around Anna when she cried in real life. Like, I know how Anna is. Right. So it's just, if you've never been around a woman for a long period of time, you've known them for a long period of time, and you haven't seen the switch click, because they deal with stress differently than us, man. Than men. Men and women deal with stress differently. Men get real stoic and real quiet, and women will get emotional. There's nothing wrong with that. Now, granted, you can get to a breaking point as a man where you just die, but it's only happened to me like once. I think once in my life, and it was that day when I went back to the back room and fell apart. That's the only time I've ever done that. Now, look, I've cried at movies. All right, come on. Terrifier 3, it gets me. No, but you know what I'm saying? But that was the only time I've ever like sobbed, because it was too much. There's just too much going on, you know. Thank you, Billy. Rob, what a go, boy. I love you, Rob. I appreciate you, Rob. The squid, everyone's being gay. I hope they probably talk it out. I think they will. Also, Anna is emotional because of last year she found out her friends who really are. Yeah, she talked about that on her stream. So, and this is a great thing to segue into before I pull up this video. And I'll go ahead and pull it up anyway. Thank you, Squid. I love you. Thank you, Holy Ozone, Mr. Rob. Billy, when I met you in person at Mount Surrey in 2023, you were exactly what I expected. When I watch your streams, and they're kind of rare, and Anna was fun to hang out too. Hell yeah, dude. She's good. We're good people. Thank you, Billy, for the first Orange Boy. I think that's a Rainbow Knot. It's a Rainbow Knot. Thank you, brothers. We're halfway to Naked Snake. Oh, my God. Reagan Knot says, can't confirm Cody's gay. Listen, is every super chat from you going to be how I'm a bottom and shit? Come on, brother. Don't tell everybody. All right. Thank you, Rakin. Thank you, Billy. Thank you, Squid. Thank you, Rob. Thank you, MBT Steve. Thank you, Amateur. So that's a good way to segue into stuff. And it sucks really bad that I can't really talk about this and really convey my points to you guys without the perspective that I have, or that Anna has, or that Ethan has, or that Nick Ricada has, right? Or that Melanie Mack has, or Craig, or, you know what I'm saying? All these people. It's very hard to convey this to people without you having the perspective, but I'm going to try to. So when you're online and you're a content creator and you start getting a little bit of a following, you will start getting offers to collab. My first offer to collab ever that I can remember, I'm sure there was more than before this, but my first one that I remember was Nick Ricada. He was like, hey, come on my show. Right. And I'm pretty sure I've done other shows too. I think I did. What's that guy that was on Law Cow Live? He was like one of the first hosts. I forget his name. That was my first show ever. I did his show first. He gave my start. And then, you know, I went to Nick Ricada's show. And so you start meeting these people. And when you start meeting these people and talking to these people, you're like, wow, this is awesome. These are my friends, right? And that happens a lot. So I was going through and I was doing show after show after show after show after show with all these creators. So I started developing relationships with all these people and considering them basically friends, because before the internet, I just had friends. Now I'm on the internet, so I consider it the same thing, right? The same thing. Well, it's not at all. You have to be very, very careful how you navigate people on the internet, because the vast majority of these creators you will hang out with or meet with or even have a really nice relationship with, talk to all the time, go to their meetups, do whatever. One day you could say the wrong thing or tweet the wrong thing, and half of them will fucking tell you to fuck off or never talk to you again. That happened to me like 2 years ago. I appeared on one stream, and I don't even think I said anything about a situation that was being talked about. And like 7 or 8 people never talked to me again after that. And I thought they were like really good friends. Very strange. And it pissed me off. And that in a small way happened probably 10 times throughout the last 3 years or 4 years, right? And you learn really quick that these aren't your friends. These are coworkers, like Anna said in her Rumble stream. Now, there are some I consider friends. Cecil, obviously, he's gotten blackout drunk in this chair right beside me, right? And we've spent so much time together, right? Anna, another great example. Nick Ricada, another good example. It's a Gundam, good example. A Critical Drinker, good example. Got drunk with him too. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of really good people. Fucking Dan Bask, great ass dude. That they don't give a fuck about whatever drama is going on or if you get sucked into a drama, they're just always like cool with you. You know, Epic Mike's a good example of that, right? So there are people in the content creation world that do care about you. Like they don't care about whatever happens, but there are a lot, and I mean a metric fuck ton that will shut you off in 2 seconds if they even think for a second you weirdly aligned somewhere that they are not aligned with. And that really sucks because you can care about them yourself and it really breaks your heart. Now, I'm a guy, so if somebody swears me off, I don't give a fuck. I'm like, all right, whatever, right? But Anna's not. And Anna was talking about on her stream how she had a girl named Jessie that she was best friends with. And then one day she just called her screaming at her. You know what I'm saying? Over a random guest on a show. And then they never talked again. Right? That's wild. So anyways, that's just an example, but let's get into the show so we can just realize when you're watching content creators, a lot of them are there just to grow their channels and make money. There are a lot there to do that. And they will kill anyone in their path to do so or ban you from their chats for no reason without you even knowing, right? There's a lot of those people. But there's also some good people. And it's people that you've seen me streaming with for years. Through dramas, different dramas. That's who I like to align myself with. And I shouldn't say surround myself with. Is good people. And I think John is one of those people too. Because John's been there for years, right? So like I need to always clarify things because I was talking about John 20 minutes ago. I don't want anybody in the chat to be like, are you talking about John? No, it's not. I'm not talking about John at all. I'm talking about definitely other people. PS2 Chopper with 20 gifted memberships. Thank you. I appreciate you. Love you. Thank you. That's a big ass drop for my boy. It's 20 memberships on the table today. My boy PS2 Chopper always keeping it up. Keeping it up. Oh, yeah. But there are people out there, by the way. And this happens with viewers too. There are viewers out there that if you don't align with somebody, like there are people in my chat right now listening to me say I love Anna and I think John's a solid dude. And there's 2 different groups probably pissed at me and unsubbing right now because I didn't side with one or the other, right? I've had random people come in my chat before because I'm still friends with Nick. And they're like, wow, you're such a piece of shit now because you're friends with Nick. And I'm like, what? What does that have to do with you? Like, what the fuck? Okay. Thank you, PS2 Chopper. There's our... Oh, this has changed so much since I last updated it. I apologize. We're at 242, boys. God, we're halfway to steak already. Jesus, guys, calm down now. Cody always loves being bottom. Nick, Anna, and Ethan. What the fuck? All right. All right. By the way, shout out to Raging Rhino in the chat. How you doing, buddy? Every time I watch Happy Friends, I think about, or not Happy Friends, Smiling Friends, because you're Australian. I mean, it's very simple. I connect things very simplistically. Thank you, Billy. I love you. I'm like, oh, Raging Rhino. He's Australian. Like that means this is him. Thank you, Billy. I appreciate you. What's up, Dravian? How you doing, brother? And Ashley says, there he is. How you doing, Ashley? I hope you're taking care of you big old girls. That's what somebody called him. Good. I'm more mad at you as a GameStop shareholder. You son of a bitch, Abe. How could you? All right. Let's pull up the video and let's check this out. I think Alyssa has it up. I saw a clip of it. Let's just type in Jack Show. Yep. Oh, it's Katie Dad has it. All right. Spilling the tea. Spilling the tea. All right. Sorry, I'm just reading my title because it popped up. I have to go to the Outback Steakhouse and run his honor. Yeah, dude. Camelot can replace John on the Jack Show, right? Yes, we've already talked about that behind the scenes. No one's announced it yet, but it's going to be, I'll be on it for Thursdays from now on, and it's going to be called the CAC Show. CACK. CAC. So, just so you know, the CAC Show moving forward Thursdays. And that's a joke. I wanted to let it settle for the chat. That's a joke. It's not actually happening. I will be on there Thursday, though. No CAC shows. That was a joke. All right. CAC. Got the CAC show. All right. Got the CAC. You guys got a little bit of that CAC in you? Jay Gibson's got that CAC in him. Thank you. Turning you on to Cecil? I shouldn't be turning anybody on to Cecil. Cecil steals my viewers. No, do not watch Cecil. He's bad. He's bad people. Bad man. Terrible man. All right. Thank you, Jay Gibson. I love you, dude. All right. Let's pull up the video. So I'm sure a lot of you have seen it by now, but we're going to go through this real quick because it's really short. And you can see me in the side of the video, literally. Why did they change their UI? What is this? What is this ball? What does this ball do? Can I tap it? Gotcha. What the fuck? What is the ball? Dude, this used to be so easy, and now it's not easy. Look at this. Playback speed. Ball. What does this ball do? I want to make it. I can't move. Wait. Are you kidding? Is this real life right now? Wow. Okay, it doesn't work. Okay, we'll just watch it at normal speed, I guess. Whatever. YouTube be changing shit and breaking shit for no reason. All right.
What's going on with Graham?
B. What have they done, Raging Rhino? What have they done? Oh, I have a top fan meter. Oh my god, it's cool. Sorry, YouTube's changing stuff, so I'm seeing it in real time.
As well. No one answered me earlier.
He's
Graham
getting
Lowe.
older, I think.
That's not
What happened to
on
Graham?
the show.
There is drama between John, Graham, and Ethan.
And here's where everything started. This is the beginning of the end. Make sure you guys like the show, by the way. Refresh and you can change the speed. Man, you best be right, brother.
What's going on with Graham?
Oh my god. Cool. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that, dude. My man saved my ass.
As well. No one answered me earlier.
He's
Graham
getting
Lowe.
older, I think.
That's
What
not
happened
on
to
the
Graham?
show.
There is drama between John, Graham, and Ethan.
Why?
What happened? John, do you want to elaborate?
Okay, so let me okay, I haven't watched this clip, by the way. So, Chokeout brought it up, but then Anna clarified. So that John was, look at John, he looks kind of like, fuck, I don't want to talk about this. So, but Chokeout just brought it up because he probably doesn't know anything about it. And then John would have probably ignored it, and then Anna really clarified what was going on. So now John feels like he has to speak about it, right? And it's very obvious if you listen to this that he doesn't. I don't think he really wants to talk about it. I fucking love Shane so much. He knows exactly what's about to happen. He pulls out some of that mange a little bit.
I don't know anything about this. What is this?
Look,
Well-
Graham and several of the professionals last year, when my campaign was closing out, decided to launch and close campaigns right on top of me. And I said, whatever. And then this year, it happened again. Andy Smith launched a campaign Wednesday. My closeout was Thursday. And then Graham decided to launch on Thursday. And I was like, oh, hell no.
Hell nah.
2 years in a row.
And also, so I talked about this before I pulled up the video. I totally understand because when I was launching my campaign, and keep in mind, I'm not like a comic book guy. I had a really good story in my brain, or well, I thought it was good. It may be very bad. We'll see. It's got a lot of titties in it. But I contacted a few people within the spectrum to ask them if they were launching anything, to make sure that I wasn't stepping on toes, because I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I'm going to be completely honest. I had to call Cecil on the phone and talk to him about Indiegogo because I had no idea what I was doing. It was very scary. It was a very stressful time. But John, being who he is, and like I said earlier, I can sit, when I think of CG, I think of John, Shane, and Ethan. That's who I think of. And so, John is definitely not the guy I would, step on the toes of when it comes to. So I understand that. And, for clarification, I know Graham. I like Graham a lot. I like how he's jacked and he's a little bit older and he's fucking jacked. I love that. I think he's cool. So I don't really know anything about the behind the scenes, but, black and white there, I could totally understand that. I could understand that. So I do digress a little, but it could have ended here after that short explanation, but Anna keeps on, and that's where shit breaks down.
2 years in a row.
There's
That's
people
not-
been
that's
raped
not
less
going
in
to-
prison in
Yeah.
2 years.
So, anyways, through the power of the internet, somehow, he got the message and he moved. He blinked. That's what happened.
And that should have been the end of it. See that? 1 minute, 60 seconds. That should have been the end of it. And I think what I think here, this is probably a theory. I don't know. But Anna keeps taking a stab at it. And I think that, maybe he interpreted that as her going after him a little. Which totally could be possible. Like I said, I don't know what's going on behind the scenes specifically. But let me hit these super chats. YouTube paywall to speed. What? That would be lame. Thank you, Billy. The Crack Show hosted by The Crack Show. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Billy. Kara says, I can't move the ball, said by many guys during coitus. You don't want to touch the ball. No one likes balls, okay? The only reason that girls get close to balls is because they have to, right? Because they're together. The balls and the penis are together. Darth Danger Zone said, Anna's Rumble stream yesterday was hard to watch. Really hope she's doing better. And doesn't leave streaming forever. Cecil also said Thursday might be the last check. So he did. But I should be on it. And I would assume Anna's going to be there. So we'll see. Thank you, Darth Danger Joan. I appreciate you, brother. We are 210 away from Nigger Sneak.
What John is leaving out is he went off on a live stream.
There it goes. See, she's taking another stab at it, right?
And it got back to Graham, and then Graham and Ethan, I guess, had words as well. Graham was doing a live stream, and I was listening to it while I was packing.
No, I don't know about all
orders.
that stuff, but I don't know what those guys are
Anna,
doing.
dispense it. Let's have it.
Let Anna finish. Graham was
Well,
doing a live
choke out.
stream and
John
you were
is
packing.
being.
Wait, what were you
Choke out.
getting ready
We
to
have all
say?
seen John when John is upset,
Man.
and John was having his words on his own stream, venting about his frustration, which is.
Yeah, pull it up.
All right. Anyways, Anna, what did you say? You were packing
pull it
and you
up,
were
Anna. What's
listening.
the
I was
my
packing.
God.
Okay, see? You see that? See that? Like, Shane's like, stop, right? Because you know what's going to happen, right?
Calendar.
You don't need to pull me up to hear this story. What is the
Can
problem?
Anna just answer? Can she finish?
I did answer,
No, you
but
didn't. Everybody's trampling it. Say what you're saying.
oh, thank you for noticing that whenever I speak, everybody talks over me.
Excuse
Shane,
me, I was listening intently.
Jesus, goddamn.
I love choke out, man.
Come on.
Shane, my calendars came in today, so I was packing orders, and I had Graham's live stream up, and people were asking him about the situation. He was very calm and collected and explained his side of it. And as somebody that watched John's melty stream, and then I don't know what Ethan and Graham said
Sounds a little
privately.
biased. Sounds biased.
It sounds biased. You were going off, man.
Wait, I'm going off, but everybody else is saintly.
She's taking a stab at him, and that's probably what he's interpreting it as, right? And she doesn't mean anything by it at all, because from her perspective, we're all roasting each other. We're roasting each other, right? That's what friends do, right? Especially if you're friends with Anna. She's going, Anna's the kind of girl that's going to roast your ass and to your face. And that's fine. I love it. I'm cool with that as hell. But like sometimes people they're in a slightly different headspace. And I think here John could have been, and Anna definitely was after this. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about it. My freaking foot is asleep and it's awful. Awful. Cecil said Anna told him there was already tension for like a year. Really? I don't know anything about that. I know there was. So here's something. I'll add some context to this. Anna said that doing the Jack show was really hard during her pregnancy. So she missed some stuff, or she wasn't really active, or she would just be on her screen, or her camera would be turned off, stuff like that, which I totally think's reasonable. I know her pregnancy was really, really hard. And that sucks. So, but when there's a show involved and stuff like that, yeah, I get it. I mean, that goes parallel with the CG stuff and like scheduling close to other people's closeouts and opens, because that being the case, when it boils down to it, you have friends and you have money. And when you mix those two things, shit gets really bad really fast. You know what I'm saying? So real quick, Eric Ivanhoe Benitez Torres says, any update on our comment? Yes, sir. Chapter 6 art should be done soon, and then chapter 7 starts, and there's only like 2 after that. So then I have all the merch, all the merch, like shirts and mugs and tumblers and shit are all right now. I have them all boxed up right now. I'm just waiting for the books, and we're done. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be funny. There's some really stupid shit in it. I'm excited. So it's probably I can't wait for the reviews. People are gonna review it and say it's the worst thing ever, and I'm gonna laugh so hard because it probably is. It probably is. I'm not a writer, man, but I wrote that shit. It's gonna be fun. All right, thank you, Eric. Appreciate you. All right. Yeah, Raging says I think it goes deeper than this incident. Sure, I don't think it would have turned into this otherwise, right?
Well,
No, I
John,
get
you
it.
did declare war. I was there. You
Yeah,
did
you-
declare war. You said you were going to have stealth campaigns.
That's right. I might have
You
declared
said you were
war,
going to
that's
have
true.
stealth campaigns locked
Great.
and loaded to rain
Great.
John Malin nukes right down on
Yeah.
top.
Yeah, you're like, anytime I find out they're gonna launch,
Revenge.
I'm gonna launch on top of them. When they're closing out, I'm gonna close out. You went off
I'm
hard.
gonna launch. I'm gonna. Well,
Graham-
is it hard?
Graham-
No. Because from Graham's point of view, it's not hard for me to do that.
John,
From
you can
Graham's point of view, 1 day away from somebody launching or closing is completely acceptable, and I say, okay, I
Well,
understand.
Graham's
So
John,
it's
this
not
man
hard.
smokes cigars and eats nothing but beef. You should pick your fights more carefully.
I'm not fighting him.
Now choke out saying Graham's gonna beat his ass. Jokingly, obviously. Graham's a big dude. Oh man. Cody can barely read, that's for damn sure. The drama with Yellowfash last year, Cecil. John/Cecil. Yeah, so that was at Talladega. That was Talladega weekend. So Cecil got drunk right here beside me and was yelling at John or something. I don't know what happened. I went to sleep. But that was apparently a big deal.
I'm gonna launch a campaign right in front of him. Is what I'm gonna do.
You know what though? You know what? I personally think the whole-
Cecil would joke all the time. But he'd be like, "Hey, what day are you launching?" You're like, Wednesday." He's like, "Yeah, I think I'll launch Tuesday." Except I'm not joking. Like that's what I'm gonna do.
I would do every time John would, or Shane would say a date they were launching. They're like, "I'm the 19th." I'm like, "I'm doing the 18th."
Right now, Cecil, why is that funny? Why is that
Because
funny?
Because it's a joke.
Because it would be kind of rude. It'd be kind of rude, right?
But there is also the chance that it's not on purpose. You understand that, right?
No,
Yeah.
because no, he could have moved it to anywhere, but he decided he needed it to be on Halloween because
My happy ass, if you guys haven't noticed yet, my happy ass stays silent. Now, granted, I was playing NASCAR 25 because I was playing as myself like a dumbass, a narcissist. But yeah, also, I ain't about to put in any words to this because I don't know what's going on, and I'm trying to fan the flames. You know what I'm saying?
it's a horror book. Not like we don't launch horror books every day of the fucking week.
Oh well.
Brave
Okay.
is not-
Oh, and not to
Wait,
mention,
He
my
has
book
a
is
legit-
also a horror book.
He
I
has a
just
legit-
think the coordination would be smarter and everyone.
I don't have to
launches.
coordinate. I launched my campaign. He it already been out there for 30
I-
Right, yeah,
days.
but
I got to coordinate.
Guys, I understand. You asked me what happened. I'm just saying my 2 cents on it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Picking
but-
ground
but-
over
but-
you,
but-
John. What you're not
but-
hearing.
One at a
What you're
time.
not hearing,
I'm
John.
exhausted already.
John, what you're
And see, now it's going off the rails because it's that John probably was like, okay, I'll speak on it for 1 minute, and now we're at 5 minutes, and it keeps going. And Anna was probably hamming it up for some content because that's what you do, right? I mean, fuck it. I mean, there's the four people have already reacted to it. I'm watching it right now, right? And maybe that's not always the best step,
you're not hearing is Anna's siding with Graham and not.
Yeah,
I'm
well, she
not
does a Star
saying-
Trek
I-
show.
Can we just put it out there that Shane is he's an instigator. Shane is a professional instigator. I love him. Look at his little profile pic for some reason. It's perfect. Look at the little fire on his eye. He's a fucking Now, to be fair, Anna's siding with Graham 100%.
I am not siding with Graham. I'm not siding with anybody really. I just like there's too much going on, and if people are going to start complaining about things, then it's like I don't.
Well,
there's so
let me ask you, Anna. Do you think it's cool to launch a campaign right next to one of your fellow Kings' campaign closeouts? Do you think that's cool one day, or I'm sorry, the day of, and then you
Did he
grace
know?
them with 1
Did he
day
know?
difference? Do you think that's
John,
you
I
think that's
think
cool?
oh my God, hold on. I think the thing that I thought was the most alarming was, and I absolutely adore Andy, but the fact that he's launching on Kickstarter, and I don't know if your cover's on there or not, but after what Kickstarter did to you, like that, I don't know why
Are you
everyone's
changing it to Andy?
Oh, Anna tried to save it. So I think Anna's starting to get the vibe that she's like, oh, fuck, okay. This is actually pissing people off. And she's like, you know what, John? I'm actually offended on behalf of you because Andy. I don't know who this is, by the way, but I don't know who Andy is. She's like, I feel for you. And John was not falling for it. He's like, hey, fuck you. He's like, it's funny when you watch it back. You know what I'm saying? She tried. I think Anna started understanding here, and she's like, oh, we're not just normal roasting right now. I didn't realize, you know.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Do you want my opinion, or are you just going to?
Yeah, why are you talking about Andy? Let's talk about Graham.
Oh,
no, hang on, both of you. Calm down. Break.
I'm gonna go get something to do.
Guys,
steering this shit right away from Graham.
Anna,
that's how biased
no. They're both bald. They must be plotting together.
Maybe
this makes sense, John.
Yeah.
This makes sense.
Look, I didn't want to talk about this. Anna wanted to talk about it. Now she's running away. John, stop interrupting Anna. What? Goblin?
Yeah, you're being rude, John.
Yeah. No, anyways, you know, I look, here's the thing. Graham and all these guys, Billy, the professional crew, these guys are all like, hey, guys, this is like years ago now. Hey, guys, maybe we should pay a little attention to when campaigns are opening and launching and try to give some distance on that stuff. Now, I had already done this for years. Ethan's launching, or, when Shane came around, give distance, it's good business. And it just, why do you want to be up on somebody? A week is the minimum. If you got to launch, and sometimes in these fall areas, it's like things get busy. A week, look, your campaign fires up. You got about 3-4 days of getting money coming in, and after that, it slows down. So a week, then launch a week, after someone else's launch. Okay, bare minimum a week. But that's what they wanted. They wanted this time. They wanted distance. And so I've already done that for 4 years. I'd already done that. I gave distance. But when these guys, when their back is to the wall and the crunch is on them, they launch or close. And Graham last year shortened his campaign by 2 weeks, which pushed it right on top of mine.
I agree with all this. Like, this is all very, very reasonable. I just think everybody talking about it is just blew stuff out of proportion that might be completely fixed by now behind the scenes. And what I would theorize is a reason that this is kind of inflaming more than it would need to is the root cause is, I think, the comic sales are a little bit lower than they've been, right? They're just a little bit lower, right? And I think CG's the best group that's kept their numbers up. Right. I mean, if you look at other sects of indie comic shit, that shit's fucking rock bottom right now. It's pretty terrifying. When I was looking at, I saw some numbers on Twitter from something, and I was like, damn, that's fucked. Yeah, they're not breaking even close to breaking even. And I think that's all across the spectrum, but less so with CG, which is cool to see. But still, it's a little bit there. And I think that's that makes it worse when you launch on top of somebody, right? That makes it way worse because now everything's getting a little bit, you're taking money from me. And I don't care who you're friends with. If you start perceiving, even if somebody didn't mean to do so, they're taking money from you, shit goes haywire real fast. We've all been a victim of it. We've all, experienced it. And you always feel that kind of way. I don't care who it is. Think the money's being taken from you, start getting pissed, and then your perception of the people you call your friends changes very fast. It's very interesting. But yeah, Billy says, I feel like I'm watching Redditors bitching about each other while Cody's just chilling playing NASCAR. Yeah, well, I would never say that they're anywhere near Redditors. All right, they're all good people, with the exception of Chokeout, but yeah, and that's good, Frackoff. That's what I'm saying. The CG keeps it up. Shit, I made 60 on mine and I'm a nobody, right? So that, what I'm saying? But there are some companies out there that are barely breaking 20, 30, 40,000. And that's fucked. And these aren't companies that are small. You know what I'm saying? So that's an issue. All right, let's continue. And also, let me put a disclaimer out there that I'm not the expert on numbers or CG or profit and loss. Okay, I'm just going off of what I can retain at my pace that I can retain it. Okay, I'm not an expert on any of this stuff. This is just my reaction to it and what I've seen in the past and how I perceive things. Irakayo says money disputes will destroy all relationships. 100%, dude. If you want to destroy a relationship real fast, borrow money from your friend. And then when they don't pay it back like the day of, suddenly you hate them. And you would have died for them. That's how fast that shit changes. Thank you, Erica. I love you. 190 neck of snake boys. Oh my God. Oh my God. Thank you. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Thank you, Erica. We love you, buddy. All right. Anyways.
So, guys, I'm like, it's just annoying. What do John Shouty, who fucking cares? We're talking thousands of dollars potentially out of my pocket and into grams. You know what I mean? Yeah.
But would
be
it
a
be
little shouty.
money out of his pocket going into yours?
No, because my campaign is already in motion. I'd already launched 33 days earlier. I didn't move my closeout date. That's where it was always set for. And same with the year before. He shortened his campaign by 2 weeks to land up on within several days of my fucking closeout. 2 years in a row.
Seems scripted.
I'm just saying.
Chokeout's on the other side now. Welcome back, Chokeout. Now, somebody said something interesting. TJ says, how much money could John possibly lose because of another campaign, like 1 or 2K? He wants to sacrifice personal relationships for this. Well, okay, here's number one. Number one is, yes, 1 or 2K is a fucking big deal, right? And it's not the 1 or 2K, it's the principle. You ever watch Bob's Burgers? And he's like, it's the principle of the thing. It's the principle of the thing, right? And also, it could be more. What if his closeout makes 20 grand, right? But what if there's another comic launching tomorrow at noon? And people are like, well, fuck, I don't get paid till Friday, right? You get what I'm saying, right? It could be a lot, right? We don't know. I don't know, but it could be a lot, Like it, TJ. Appreciate it, brother. All right.
Now Anna's trying to make it about Andy. Now, what about Andy? What is
tell us about Andy. Let's talk about Andy.
Oh my God. No, when I heard about the situation and it was from you, John, complaining about Andy launching and then Graham launching, I heard the Kickstarter thing and I was like, oh, so the Kickstarter boycott is over? That's news to me.
Andy isn't a Kickstarter boycott guy. None of those other kings are. I don't think they ever have been. I think Andy and I think Graham and definitely Billy, they've all been on Kickstarter for as long as I know.
Well, I'm just saying that was new to me. So I was like, oh, okay, I guess we're not boycotting Kickstarter anymore. The Graham thing, I don't know why he didn't just launch it on October 1st.
So here's a lot of people are bringing this up in the chat. They're saying, well, John never goes in demand, so that's on him. Well, here's the thing. That makes his closeout even more important. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying anybody's wrong or anybody's right. I'm just speaking from a purely like money perspective. That might make his closeout even more important, right? Because more people they know that John's not going to go in demand. So they're going to fucking have to drop their shit that day. You know what I'm saying? That's from my perspective. I don't know. Maybe that doesn't factor in, but that's how I would, that's how I would see it from a business perspective. So
because he does the 31 Days of Monster show and he could promote it every single day of October. That would have made more sense to me, but then he would have been closing the same day as you. So I don't know. I just think the coordination or just posting, because it's like I don't follow everyone's campaigns. I don't know when everyone's closing and launching. Usually somebody says something or announces the stream. So I don't know. I feel like there should just be better communication about it. That's just my
if I had if Indiegogo didn't shut down my campaign, then I would be getting my 30-day extension. I would be doing my final closeout while Andy Smith is doing presumably his 30-day closeout, while Graham Nolan is doing his 30-day closeout.
Yeah, but also
back to back to back, day to day to day.
But again, it's also a really popular time.
Again, these are the guys that were trying to rah somebody to be like, hey guys, let's have space in between these campaigns.
Yes, I agree. But at the same time, it's like, are you going to get mad because every store is having a Black Friday sale on the same time? It's like, it's a popular time of year. Everybody usually launches campaigns in the fall because everybody wants to use
in the fall.
See, so here we go. So Anna's taken another stab, right? So that's because it's probably like he's like, here's my point. Why will no one accept my point, right? So I could understand, right? Because he's like, look, this is how I fucking feel. And then Anna being a girl, look, I'd have girls do this to me all the time. Now, this might not be a girl thing, but I've had girls be like, I'm like, here's how I feel. And they're like, but what about this? And I'm like, motherfucker, I said how I feel. Why you keep asking me how I feel again? Nothing changed. No parameter changes how I feel. I've already thought about the parameter. You know what I'm saying? John Harris in the chat brings up a good point. He says, my take, don't fuck your friends or even colleagues out of a paycheck. Sure. Especially if you work at the same restaurant. Let's say you work at the same restaurant and it's a high-end restaurant like Prime at the Bellagio, right? Which is fucking fantastic. Shout out Auto Ramil. Love you. Let's say you the manager asks if you want the Saturday shift, but your friend Bob has to drop his. But Bob ain't there. And you just say, oh, I'll take it. Bob will be fine with dropping it. Right? And then you text, and then the manager texts Bob and says, all right, you don't have to come in today. Your buddy said he'd take your shift. And then Bob's like, what the fuck? I'm going to lose out on $900 in tips? What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? It wasn't asked. Right? So that's kind of where I think that comes from. Right? You wouldn't do it. Or I'm sure people do it, but you know what I'm saying. It wouldn't be seen as a cool thing. Right? So. No, John, I'm the same way. That's how I am. I love seeing people succeed, even people I don't like on YouTube. And there's not very many. But when I see there's like one individual specifically that really burned my ass like a year ago, or maybe more, I don't fucking know. And I see them doing really well right now. And every time I see it, I'm like, hell yeah, that's good for them. Awesome. I never say, fuck them, I wish they'd die. And that's almost like a superpower, I think, because I don't like the person really. But they're doing well. I'm like, that's cool to see. It's cool to see, man. I think maybe that's weird. I don't know. Billy says money does destroy friendships, so does politics, and also people are getting tired of comics these days. I don't know, but I don't know if they're getting tired of comics. Like I said, I don't think CG's really dropped off much. You know, it's the other ones that have, right? Irakias, what now? To John's point, people launching like 50 things all at the same time, that will definitely affect income. I told you that Prime to Bellagio was worth it. It's the best. For damn sure.
Oh, we're talking a day from my campaign.
Understand. I'm saying, John.
And no, I don't care. There are only a handful. There are only a handful of kings that are like 6-figure campaigns. Those guys are the problem, or where I see that as a problem. Even like Andy Smith, he's never done 6 figures. So even him doing that in front of me, I'm like, it's Andy Smith, I guess. You know,
it's a popular time, and I mean,
popular time. You know, what kind of sweeping shit is this? It's a
I don't think John was even remotely pissed at the beginning, and now we're like 7 or 10 minutes in, and now he's like, "What the fuck is going on?" Right? And you know, I could see it. Right? Somebody said something in the chat. Yeah, I know I'm talking to chat a little bit, but they're bringing up good points. Somebody said, "Why doesn't John just announce where to go? Where the hell to go?" Well, anyways, there it was. It says, why not announce his closeouts rather than expecting other creators to hold off? Well, the closeout is already known because if it's 30 days out, we already know what it is, right? So he wouldn't have to announce it. And I'm sure he did. I don't know. But if the closeout is 30 days after launch, then the closeout is 30 days after launch. So we already know, right? So thank you, Eric Ivanov Benitez Torres.
How am I sweeping? That everybody launches campaigns. Shane's closing out a campaign.
Popular time? Summer. Summer's a popular time.
Oh my God.
It just so happened they keep launching 2 years in a row, day to day to day.
Just because you asked me my opinion.
Anna, you're the one that wanted to have this conversation. We're having the conversation. You literally brought it up.
Look at Chokeout. He knows he done goofed. Look at him. I love Chokeout, man. I know I say that a lot, but I love this motherfucker. I want to go to Vegas with him so bad. Look at him. He's like, look at this motherfucker's face. Oh my God, that needs to be his profile picture. That needs to be everybody's profile picture. He literally, he's like when you light the match and run away from it. That's Chokeout watching from the shield behind, watching the explosion. Somebody said I'm walking through a minefield. Oh no, I love all these people, man. And I can see all the sides of it, right? Like, you know. So no harm, no foul. If somebody gets pissed at me about it, I would definitely say it's not a legitimate reason. But if they are, they are. But I don't think ill of any of these people. I think they're all great. Billy says that shit is pretty comical. It's great, it's hilarious while Cody's just playing a game and no one notices him at all. Yeah, I got away scot-free. Look at my ass. Look at me over here. I'm just playing NASCAR and wrecking every 2 seconds, just like a real life. Thank you, dude. Appreciate you, brother. That is 175 from Naked Snake. Thank you. All right, let's continue. I think it's like snowing like really hard or something. I hear like rain, but I know it's not raining because it's like below freezing. Oh, no, it's the shower. Sorry. It's a shower. I just heard the shower noise. Ross says you don't hit a beehive, then get mad at the bees. Such a simple way to explain what's going on. Thank you, Ross. Appreciate you, brother. Yeah, dude. I mean, we've all done it, man. I've done it. Friggin' I did it with the VTubers back in the day. I hit the beehive. I didn't realize I was hitting it, but I hit that sumbitch. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, we've all been there, right? It's how you react to it is what determines how you move forward, right? So, that being said, and now where did that go? Unicron's left nut says Malin thinks everyone should schedule around him. Well, to no one tree. To Malin's credit, to John's credit, and this is going now, I don't know exactly. Okay, I don't know exactly. But John, in my opinion, is one of the big three. Now, maybe this doesn't mean anything. This is what I'm looking at from my perspective. John, Ethan, Shane. So those are the three that it would be more egregious to have conflicting schedules with. Right. And I know everybody should be the same. I totally understand. But when we boil it down, you got Michael Jordan, LeBron James, and Kobe Bryant. When you talk about the greatest, that's your three. Right. Now, if Muggsy Bowe fucking releases his documentary the same day Michael Jordan releases his documentary, you know what I'm saying? They're like, what the fuck you doing, Muggsy Bowe? You 5'4" motherfucker. How dare you? You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. I'm trying to be real. Like I'm not trying to, it's like the thing where people we like to pretend everyone's equal, but in reality, we're not all equal. Right. And there's nothing wrong with that. You play the hand you're dealt and you work towards it having a better hand and you understand your place. And I'm not saying that any of these people are bad. Like I said, I love Graham. I think he's jacked. I love when people are in good shape and they're a little older. I'm like, you are a badass. And so I think he's a great dude. But I don't know anything about this drama other than what John is saying here. So that's kind of how I'm Cecil's Muggsy. He shall is. Hey, Rakaya says the problem they have is they are all doing it by word instead of an actual publisher. Well, yeah, sure, Irakias. So then you have people over here saying, well, they never said this. Well, they did say this. Well, I wasn't at the stream, right? So thank you. We are 150 from Naked Snake. Irakias, you are the man. Thank you, Butter. Thank you, Butter. I mean, brother. I'm sorry. Love you. All right. Thank you, Ross. Appreciate you for still loving me.
You literally brought it up.
Did I?
I did.
Yeah, you did.
I did.
Actually, you did. You did. Yeah, you did. I'm sorry, Anna. You did this. This is your fault, Anna. This is your fault.
God.
It's not my fault.
Anna, you're
women.
Oh my God.
It's
I
not
pulled
my
the pin on
fault.
this grenade.
Oh my God.
Now, look, you can still get the vibe that most everybody in this panel is like, okay, it's like a roast session, right? We're arguing, it's a roast session, but we have, two people that might have some lingering feelings that could make this exacerbate towards a point of actual drama, right? And I think that's what lies, because John's been through a lot, and Anna's been through a lot. We don't know that when we're watching this, right? We are just viewers. I am just a humble viewer, right? I am playing NASCAR, not even really paying attention, just listening to the screams, kind of listening, And as a viewer, you don't know what Anna's been through. You don't know what John's been through. But we do know, like, they've been through some shit. So what is that movie where the ship goes out and gets caught in a storm? Perfect Storm. It's like a negative perfect storm. And Morris Gun Rumble with the two Rumble rant says John can do what he wants. I really don't care. I only have 2 or 3 points on it. 1, he should have told Cecil and Anna in private first. 2, he should say he is not friend. He always says he is not friends with you guys. Well, that's sad. And 3, with another Rumble rant, $2, says he said everyone in CG are his competitors, not partners. He said that multiple times over the years. I think John's overreacting. No one did anything to John with ill intent. Sure. I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily agree with the last part of the ill intent. Like, if there's people launching on top of each other, that's a thing that's happening, right? So that's number one. And that's where the frustration kind of lies. It kind of comes from that. As far as him, not telling Anna and Cecil in private, actually, from what I know, he didn't, but I don't know. I don't know for sure. It'd be good if Cecil was on this show, but Cecil has a migraine because he could probably delve into this a little bit better than I can. But Cecil's a little bitch and he has a migraine because he's like 80 and he gets migraines, you know? I don't blame Chokeout or Cecil. I never blame Chokeout and Cecil. Well, actually, I blame Cecil a lot. I never blame Chokeout. Trust me, when Cecil's streaming to 700 people and I only got 300 people, I get pissed. Like, you fucker. You know what I'm saying? So, thank you, Mr. Where'd you go, Mr. Brister? Jeff Brister says, glad you're getting views, but these live streams used to be so much more. What are you talking about? Like, you've been doing mine when I was playing games. That was fun, man. I appreciate you, man. I feel like you were there like in the first one for the Oblivion one. But yeah, it's when you play a video game, like you have like 8 viewers on YouTube. It just doesn't work, and I wish it did. I do play video games on my other channel, alt channel. Tomorrow I'll be playing Resident Evil Tuesday night stream on the other channel. So if you guys want to catch that out.
It was me.
The moral of the story is never have a campaign opening or closing when it's close to John's. There you go. Moral of the story. Just don't do it.
By the way, and I share my stream.
Kyle Langdon says, stop crying about it, John. Grow up. You have the same issues as Ethan. Well, let me tell you something, Kyle. When we're talking about potential $10,000 for my closeout, yeah, I think I'll have an issue. You got somebody closing next to you? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
100%. 100% agree with that.
It was me.
It was Chokeout.
What is the bell ringing? What is this shit?
Shane.
That's me doing the Jerry Springer when they bring the bell when they're fighting.
Closing out.
Cecil's exasperating it. Chokeout's exasperating. Anna's exasperating. Yeah.
Probably Friday next week. You know, see, I kind of moved off of John a little bit to make some room. So
good friend. Good friend. Considerate human being.
Yeah.
I do have to say, Shane's a master businessman. Shane's like, what happened? Oh no, Anna, you a bitch. Everybody's fighting, and he's like, all right, by the way, share my screen. Here's my website, Nine Lives Comics. Go back at this comment, please. With all these viewers that are like hyper engaged right now, go buy this comic. What's up? Shane knows. He knows the way, you know. He's better than me. I don't fucking ever talk about mine. Thank you.
Hard, guys.
You moved off and went into him.
I have to be on Halloween. I can't be on November 1st.
Let it go, John. Let it go.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, now they're telling John to let it go.
All right.
Me.
Who draws the better comic, John? Who draws the better comic?
Me. 100%.
We'll stop moaning then. There you go. Do you think BMW?
Guys,
do you think BMW cares?
You guys bring it up. You guys bring it up, and then I'm the one whining. Don, stop whining. Whining. You guys wanted the juice. I didn't want to fucking tell it. You guys want it. And then I tell you, hey, stop whining, dude.
I didn't even know this was a thing.
Yeah, so John sounds actually frustrated here. So at the first couple of minutes, John's like smiling and smirking, doesn't look like that anymore, right? And it's because it went a little too far. Kept talking about it, kept poking him a little. And, and what it all boils down to is John is, in my opinion, from a business sense, he's correct about what he's saying. And I think he's probably frustrated that no one's like registering it. Well, I shouldn't say no one, but he's still being asked about it, right? When he's like, isn't it obvious? I kind of feel like it's pretty obvious, Now, from the outside looking in, from the discussion and the yelling, I don't think it's a big deal, But also, I'm not personally involved, right? And I'm not personally on the hook for losing some money, which could be that's a big driver, right? But is that a reason to permanently quit a show? We don't know what's going on behind the scenes. That's the biggest part of this, right? John could be going through some shit, and he's had some tensions. Like somebody in the chat said, there's been tensions for a while, and I don't know if that's true or not, right? John's always seemed up to skiff and good, and I know Anna's been through the ringer, right? So there could be something there, and my theory, and I think it's I think everybody would agree that there's more going on here, and it's just this was the straw right here for John, and Anna having the possibility of losing her channel, losing what she perceives as losing her friends, and that's happened to her before recently, and what she's going through at home right now, and then all the stuff with her pregnancy and all that stuff. The next 2 days later, when she saw the stream with EBS, that was the straw for her. So you have two straws breaking at the same time, roughly, right? And that's why there's a thing going on. You know what I'm saying? So is it a reason to quit the show? Maybe not this specifically, but there could be other reasons. And he might be just burnt out, dude. I'm burnt out right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm burnt out right now. So yeah. Shit. So anyways. Where you go? Whiskey Sour says, Cody, if you're leading the pack going into the final lap of the race, but your friend bumps you, cost you race, you let it go, but your friends and teammates keep talking shit about it. Sure. Oh, I might beat some ass. But I would, after I beat the ass, I'd be like, all right, dude, we're good. Right? I might beat the ass first, and then like 2 days later call and be like, sorry, bro. Like everybody was heated, and I just really, really wanted it, and I know you did too. So right. But I don't like to hold on to shit. I don't like that. I don't like the stress in my mind that my friends hate me. I don't like that. You know, I'll message you. If I think you have a problem with me or vice versa, I will message you directly and be like, hey man, what's going on? Let's bury this immediately. Because I don't want to think about it. I don't like thinking about stuff. Right. So either say you hate me forever or we're cool. But I'm not gonna do this like thing where I have to lay in bed and wonder what's going on. I don't like that. I fucking hate that.
Until right now, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about chokeout and fucking Anna.
Oh my God. I was just
all I did was
answering
ask a
Chokeout's question. He brought it up. I answered it, and so did you.
I just asked a question. That's all I did. Correct me if I'm wrong. All I did was ask a question. Cody. Cody
look at you, innocent as a lamb.
Oh, yeah, I agree. Oh, look, Chokeout brought me into it. Damn you, Chokeout. Damn you.
Correct me if I'm wrong. all I did was ask a question. Cody. Cody
look at you, innocent as a lamb.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
That's all I did.
You know what you did.
I do.
I do.
And now everyone's like awkwardly laughing. The damage is done now. You're right. The damage is done. You know, watching it back after like experiencing it, when I was there, didn't seem like a big deal. But like watching it back, I'm like, okay, yeah, they kept prodding him. Right. And sometimes, man, I've been in situations where my friends keep roasting me and I'm like, whoa, dude, can you fucking stop? You know? So like, I get it. Now, granted, I wouldn't throw away a friendship for it, but I don't know the extra details. John Wayne says, I do love the fact that my $5 super chat crapping on Shane is forever immortalized in the drama that ended the Jack. Yep. John Wayne Inception right here. Nervous laughter. Yeah, dude. Thank you, brother, for your $5 super chat. His super chat on the screen says, wonderful. The very dreadful, insufferable, and depressing enigma known as Shane has graced us with his presence. All hail the death of streams. All hail the death of streams. You predicted the future without even knowing it, man. You set the world on fire on accident. Oops, the death of streams. Well, John Wayne was correct. Thank you, brother. All right.
I do know what I did.
They're saying in the chat that cover's so gay they need it. Did you see my ball sack, Anna?
No, Shane, and I don't want to.
There goes that. Thank you, Katie, for that clip. And there's more. So it didn't end there, but that was the Jack soap portion. It didn't end there though. You know, it kept going, and because people are talking about it, right? I mean, you talk about it. I'm fucking talking about it right now. You know, I'm not trying to be a hypocrite. I'm talking about it right now. The reason I am is because I'm invested in these people because I care about all these people. I think they're all good people. You know, they've always treated me really good. Never a reason to think any different. So I'm trying to speak to each person as to what they may be feeling, and you know, what could be happening, because I don't see anybody as being like overtly in the wrong, right? You know, other than the fact that like launching at the same time or closing on a launch or whatever, I could understand that from a business point being a no-go, right? So anyways, let's pull up the next one. Thank you, guys. Where are we at from Naked Snook? 146 away, boys, from Naked Snake. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate you. We've got 20 members in that. Thank you guys as well. That's PS2 Chopper. I love you, dude. Appreciate you. All right. So the pie shrunk, brother. All right. The pie has shrunk. The pie shrunk and John wants his pie, bro. Come on now. Come on now. Liberty says, where'd you go, Liberty? CG raised 100K for your race. Yes, that was the most marvelous thing that's ever happened. Every time I talk about Ethan, I'm always thank God for Ethan. He started my entire racing career, and I'll always be thankful for that guy. Because it all just worked out, and I'm very happy about it. So, if I ever get into a point where we're like, sponsorship funds are not dire as they have been, I would love to bring the frog car back on without having to pay an exorbitant amount of money to race it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the deal. It's like every race is 25 to 30 grand, every single race. It's not like I'm just getting in the car. Like I have to have a sponsor paying 25 to 30 grand every weekend. And that is hard. That is really hard. Because you have to keep trying to make ends meet, because I'll have like 19 or 14 going into a Tuesday, and I have to make up the other 15 as fast as possible. And it's worked out this year. Last year it didn't. I almost died last year, but this year it has worked out. So anyways, let's bring up the next clip with Ethan and Shane. Trash cast. I wonder if he removed it. Let's see. I don't think he'd do that. Yeah, there it is. Post crash out. That's probably it right there. I'd imagine. Hold on. I had to find the correct timestamp, guys. Sorry. I don't know where it is exactly, so I'm making sure I get it. Okay, there it is. That was a very short. Oh, he streamed for 3 or 4 hours. That's probably why it's such a short timestamp. All right, cool. All right, thank you. One of Ethan's best traits is how he helps others out. I legitimately agree. Yeah, whiskey sour, that's for sure. I would love to do that one day. All right. If I can get everything else ironed out. I'm working on my next year stuff right now. Today, actually, was a big day for that. So, all right. So let's hit up the next one. Make sure you guys like the stream, by the way. I appreciate all the people hanging out. Love you. Thank you. Real Zick says all these common people suck at doing business. I don't know. We're doing pretty good. I know he's made a lot. He's done really well. And I know Shane and fucking John have, and Cecil have, so Rachel says Rip Jack show. No. It'll be back Thursday. So Brandon says I'm sure EVS stream hurt Anna more because of the situation where they had beef prior. What did they have beef of? I haven't kept up on it. What were they beefing about exactly? Like I don't want to sound like I'm ignorant. I just don't keep up with like internet drama. Even when it involves my ass, I don't even really care. But again, these are, so many people that are friends of mine. So, kind of looking at this. So, Jack show's literally the only good thing about Thursdays. It's because I don't stream. What's up, Bonnie Walker? How you doing? I don't stream I would have like 8 viewers. I would win against the Jack show though. All right.
It's got to be shut off. And then here we go. Add the stage. Okay.
I'm going to pause it just.
I did see this.
Channeling Nara Smith for this video.
Oh
here's my fancy dress. I will
look.
I'm just getting the speed back.
Why don't I don't remember the lumberjack thing?
Oh my god, dude!
What happened? Why am I looking at?
Back to
me and Dave.
Why did they kill the timestamp?
I did see the single thing.
I'm sorry, guys. I was trying to get the playback speed set. Okay, it's back. Okay, cool.
That I can say to mix and say
to. This is like
she's not even like okay. So watch this video. Like she's not even making good cupcakes, like or whatever it is she's making. She's showing those cupcakes. She's like, look at these cupcakes I'm making, but it's like she's just showing her tits. I mean, that's what. Okay,
I'm making my birthday cupcakes in. Those that don't know, Halloween is my birthday.
And she's doing the ASMR thing.
Yeah,
where it's like in your ear, like she's gonna like right about to nibble your earlobe.
I got. Let me give you my take on this video that Anna did right here. I don't see anything weird about it. Now I gotta say, like I'm pretty loose, fast and loose. I am totally super cool with chicks having some cleavage, like or having their like a tight gown. I fucking love it. I'm all for it. I when I originally watched this, I didn't understand why there was an issue, but you know.
And I absolutely hate store-bought cake,
Oh,
so I
I
always
feel
just end up making my own. My go-to
Oh,
is chocolate,
Anna.
but we haven't given my baby
Oh, Anna. Oh, my
chocolate
God.
yet, so I'm gonna stick with strawberry this year. And I decided mid-filming that I wanted
Anna.
cupcakes
She licked
instead
the
of cakes, so
spoon.
I'm making little mini cupcakes.
So I mean, you get the vibe that they're joking about it, right? So that's the number one thing that I kind of took away from it. And they joked pretty hard, but they joked about it. Where is this her type of content? No, this is a parody video she made
With pink frosting and sprinkles. Now, I've never done this before, but I am going
And you can see underneath them. Like,
to try to write my
Right there. Look, there's the cleavage.
yeah, she's got
in
the
frame.
boobies in. Oh my God, Anna. And you can see like you know, it's one thing when you can see the cleavage, but when you can see the chest area in between them, as far underneath, like low scoop dress, that's something else. Okay, go ahead.
No, I don't think so. It ain't 1984. I think this is totally fine. It's totally fine. I am very pro cleavage, bro.
Couple loads of Anna, they said.
Yeah.
own icing lettering. And it is a lot harder than it looks, but for a first timer, I think I did pretty good. My sweet girl didn't complain. In fact, she was mesmerized by them. And I'm pretty happy with the way that everything turned out. Most importantly, she loved them and she was fascinated by the fire. Overall, this is a great birthday. Happy Halloween. Today, I'm going to be...
Yeah. I mean, that is something else. Like, and Anna made them, like, the cupcakes are not, the cupcakes look like a 6-year-old made them. Like, Anna knows that, right? Like, it's not like she used her artistic ability to make some, like, really good looking cupcakes.
Well, I agree, Ray. But you got to look at it from the perspective of watching it on a stream. Like, you know, it's where you're hamming it up, you're having a good time, you're joking about it, you're roasting a little bit because that, you know, the viewers are watching, right? So, yeah, I mean, again, and I know somebody in the chat called me a fence sitter. I totally understand. But I don't see anything wrong with them joking. But again, this goes back to when I was talking about, you know, Anna and John, you know, the tensions going through stuff. You know, we're all people, we're all human beings, right? And Anna, this is right after the Jack Show thing. This is right after she got a strike on her channel, and she turns on a stream and sees two of her good friends, you know, roasting her. And in that current headspace where she's already kind of fucked up and feels real bad, she immediately sees people roasting, and it doesn't feel the same as normal, even though it could be, and it likely is. It looks like it is. But from her perspective, it feels worse. It feels directed. It feels like it's happening a lot. It feels like she's getting focused on, which I totally understand. Which is why she went live on Rumble, you know. So
they look like the kind of cupcakes that you send in to like your kid's first grade class on its birthday for the whole student, like that for the whole class. Like, it's not like Anna went, here, look, let me show you a little trick on how to do this with the frosting thing. Like, if Anna had done that, like, Anna be like, here, let me show you how to do this with the like on the cupcakes, and she made like a nice design. That would have been, oh, she should have done that actually.
I'm expecting her to start like the frostings getting on her.
When Chul says, did Ethan or Shane know this is a parody? I don't think so. But I mean, even if it wasn't a parody, you know, like, let's even throw that away. Like, it is, like, she's, you know, said it was a parody, but even let's say it's not. I don't see anything wrong with it. Like, even on the face value, who cares? You know, I watch Zia stream every time she puts her bikini on, brother. Hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? So somebody in the chat said Ethan knows way too much about cupcakes. Oh, come on, Gordo. Come on, brother. Come on.
Tits, and she's having to wipe it, but it gets worse, and then she's having to scrub it now, clap them together to get the icing off. Whatever.
Yeah, I like it. All right. I mean, there's room to move here.
She's got a playbook, I'm sure. She's already got this stuff figured out.
I saw this and I went, oh my God, like, Anna, you couldn't be like, oh, yeah, it's not going to be long now. It really isn't. And I said this was going to happen, and it's not like I want it to happen.
I think everybody's been pushing her to it.
To be naked?
Everybody's been pushing it. Yeah, everybody's been telling her to show more and more skin every calendar.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it's been a thing. So I haven't. I've actually been saying, don't do that, Anna.
Yeah, you
don't.
got a kid now. Like, of course.
Yeah, what are you doing? But now that she has the kid, I don't know. I mean, it probably changes a person. I mean, maybe she's having a midlife crisis right now.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Look, I think the previous stuff is totally cool. And again, I'm taking this all as a joke, obviously. That's how I take most content, especially when I know the creator. But as far as calendar stuff, I think Anna looks fucking fantastic. And I'm pro Anna shooting whatever she wants to shoot as far as her calendars go. I think they look great. Especially, dude, you best believe if I was a hot chick. Now, I don't know if I'd ever, if I was successful on YouTube, you know, as a female lady, and I was an attractive young woman, I would definitely not do OnlyFans because I would be making my ends meet already. I just need to pay my mortgage. You know, I don't really care. I've had offers to do all kinds of weird shit, like a reality show one time that was like really low. The pay was basically nothing, but the exposure was huge. And I was like, no, I don't want to do that. And then, but I had to fly somewhere for like a month and do it. I was like, no, I'm not doing this shit. This is years ago. But you know, so I wouldn't do that. And I don't think Anna would do that either, obviously, because she could have this whole time if she wanted to. But Anna looks great, so I think she has every right to just look good. I'm cool with it. I would do the same shit, but it would be tasteful, and I think Anna's is tasteful, especially the vampire one, Vampirella or whatever. Whew. Damn, I made that shit background on my phone. Hell yeah, not really. It's me at Rockingham. But yeah, it seems like a joke, and then we kind of we delve on into. They made a point. It mentioned this is the part that I'm like, okay, here we go, because Anna's pregnancy was mentioned, and regardless of not if it's a joke, which is it likely is, that was real bad for her. Because I mean, if you've listened to the Rumble stream, she talks about it. Like, pregnancy was really hard for her. You know, she almost died, and she's still in danger of having a stroke. That sucks. That is awful. I hate that. So if you're watching this, oh, they're joking, and then you mention her pregnancy, like postpartum and midlife crisis, that starts to hit hard, even if it's a joke, right? I mean, and you're well within your right to joke about whatever you want. You know, I'm not harking on that at all. But you got to think of it from Anna's perspective, because that all is on her mind right now. That is exactly what's on Anna's mind right now. If you listen to her Rumble stream, that's what's on her mind. If it wasn't on her mind, it'd be different. But that was probably what was exactly on her mind. And then it was said. And she watched it. Right? So it felt more like an attack than it would have. Right? If it was like a year from now or a year prior, right? Or a few months. I think we can all kind of agree on that.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, she's flaunting it. You know what I mean? Like, now is the time for Anna to flaunt it. I guess.
I don't know. You know, I hope she's happy.
Yeah, me too. I hope you're happy, Anna. I like saying, like, I hope you're happy. Like, you know, I hope you're happy, Anna. My goodness.
Yeah.
I hope you're satisfied, Anna.
Yeah. So Eric's crowdfunding.
So that was the clip right there. And again, my take on it is it's just jokes. But some of them are pretty roasty when you mention the pregnancy and the midlife crisis stuff. Yeah, you know, and it's just because of what she's going through directly right now at this time. So, anyways, why am I a member here, Ghost? Why the hell am I a member? Fuck, I don't know, man. Maine says her 12-month wait is up. She and baby making more. Thank you, Maine. Appreciate it. Yeah, she talked about that, how she wants to have more kids. She said she wants 4 of them. Like, what? Bruh, it's crazy. It's too many, Anna. No, it's too many. Anyways, they're always jokes till they get taken out of context. That's for damn sure, brother. That's for damn. You know how many times I've seen a clip from my comedy podcast pop up somewhere and people are angry because I said like a joke that's like in a race-based joke, but people try to say it's a real statement and I'm literally doing a bit. That happens a lot. And the unfortunate truth is I'm not on a stage where it says Comedy House behind me with a mic. Right? So they're like, the autist or immediately like he's being serious. He hates black people. And I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? No, that was a goofy little, I had a black guy on my panel. That was the whole point. We were doing the thing. Ugh, you know what I'm saying? But that's just how the internet is, you know? But anyways. Ragnarok says, you can't play the middle. Well, what should I play? right? Because I would be lying if I felt strongly one way or the other. And I don't think I need to take a side when I don't legitimately feel that way, because that would be that would make sense to me, right? Shit, dude, I've made videos about Review Tech USA like a week ago, roasting his ass. You know what I'm saying? But I don't. I just don't feel too strongly. I can see everybody's points, and I think all of them would agree that there's legit. No one in this situation is being overtly in the wrong or hysterical, right? So that's why I'm like, I totally understand where John's coming from, right? So, but that doesn't mean Anna's evil and needs to die at all, because I don't think anything she did was evil. You know, she was doing the normal Jack show, poke, poke, poke. We're having an entertaining conversation kind of thing, right? Anyways, let's move on to the next clip. The next one, and the next one, and the next one. Anyways. Beep, beep, beep. Review Tech, yeah, all Review Tech. My boy, my poor boy. And I don't even dislike that guy. And he's kind of been a goober lately, you know. All right, let's bring up the next one. Cecil's in the wrong. Well, Cecil is in the wrong. You notice how Cecil's been suspiciously quiet lately? Has anyone noticed that? How Cecil's been really suspiciously quiet lately? I can't strain tonight. I got a migraine. I'm going to go to bed. Sounds kind of guilty. I'm just going to put this out there. It's kind of guilty. Now I got a migraine. I can't strain tonight. I don't want anybody asking me any questions. It's a joke. I love Cecil. I truly think Cecil doesn't have a bad bone in his body, man. That's probably one of Cecil's negative traits. Is he's just so damn kind. He's so kind, and that's not always a good trait. I love Cecil. But I'm just saying. Let's pull up Anna's clip. This one's hard. This one was hard for me to listen to because she sounded really bad, and it made me sad. If it's still on there, it might not even be on there anymore. It exists though. I mean, West Virginia, Mountain Mama. I found it. Well, I guess cool. Where is Cecil? He ended a late night stream. No, Cecil's done, brother. You don't know what's going on behind the scenes like I do, right? Northman says, "Does E and Shane know? E would definitely not hurt her or be malicious towards Anna. I don't think they legitimately would either. So I agree, right? They're probably just as like, oh fuck, you know. That was what I was getting to was when Ethan was reacting to it. I mean, Ethan was he's still having to do his show. He's still having to react in the Ethan way. But the chat was just fucking going in on Anna, right? And that's the only part I'm like, it sucks. Because like 90% of the chat from what I was seeing, because I watched it live because I was watching Ethan's show, and 90% of the chat was just like, she's a fraud, she's a crybaby, she's a bitch, I hate her. And I'm like, I don't agree. I just don't agree, you know? Just Batman, we don't know why John left Jack Shaw's key here. Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. That's why I said my theory is like there's a little bit more going on. And probably has a lot to do with burnout too. So, anyways, where am I? No, it's just a loud whinies. There are loud whinies. Ethan's windshield, not hers. Was there a ton of bannings? No. Well, there might have been after the fact. I don't know. I watched it live. All right. Let's watch the Anna show. The Anna, that Star Wars show. And I think she'll be all right. I think when we all feel like a certain way every now and then, and it always fixes that. It gets fixed with time. Everything does, you know, generally speaking. Billy Hatcher with an orange boy. The chat are a bunch of regards who don't understand how stressful shit is for her right now. Burnout's probably happening with a lot of them. Sure. Yep. 100%. All right. Okay. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Billy, love you. I love you, Billy. 120 from Naked Snake. Oh my God. Thank you, Billy. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Ragnar. Ragnar said neither Ethan or John went to Anna's wedding. Anna mistakes them for friends. They are not. I don't know. Maybe. I was at her wedding and it was really fun. I got drunk. I didn't get that drunk though. I got kind of drunk. Anna got drunk. And to be fair, everybody got drunk. But Anna was so sweet. She came up and hugged me 3 times. But she said the same thing every time, like she had forgotten before because she had been drinking. I don't know. She may have just been happy. I don't know. But she walked up to me and hugged me. She's like, "I'm so glad you're here." And I'm like, "Oh, thanks." She's like, "I'm just so glad. I'm it's crazy you're here. I'm so happy." And I'm like, "Oh, cool. Thank you. And I love you." And then she walked away. And like 20 minutes later, she'd walk up and she'd be like, "Oh, I'm just so happy you're here. Thank you for coming. I'm glad you're here." And I'm like, "Did you misremember or you're just happy I'm here?" She just wanted to hug my lumps. That's what it is. Okay, look. All right. I get it. I'm not holding it against you, baby, unless you want me to. What's up? Oh, that's a joke. All right. Let's continue. Oh, yeah. I agree, TGTK. Now, to be fair, I wouldn't think finances have anything to do with that, but sure. Right? Don't do it, Franco. Don't do it, Franco. Somebody stop him. Somebody stop him. That's something so old internet about that. You just see it. You see the first one and you're like, no, here he comes. The first one. And you're like, no, Billy, why'd you delete him? Come on, Billy. Come on. It was kind of funny. Come on. You killed my Franco. You killed my boy. Is it possible John is screwed for BRH2 because IGG changed it? Well, so a lot of people don't know that. So there's a little bit behind the scenes. Indiegogo like changed their on-demand thing to where you can't put stuff on demand anymore, which is brutal. Now, from my knowledge, I don't think John did that anyway. But with what was happening with schedule conflicts, he could have probably put it in demand or extended out his campaign to try to make ends meet there, So, all right. Let's watch Anna. Yeah. Anna. Where'd you go? There she is. I'll extend it, Timotheus. I'll extend you. What the hell, Carlos, you talking about?
Rank of master. What? How can you say this? You got some nerve, sitting there shameless. I bled for this order, killed for your peace. You hailed my strength, but...
All right. I don't want to get copyright. All these people in CG play copyright stuff. And I'm like, no, no, please. Squish says Billy is the goat, but D's nuts. Thank you, Squish. Squishy. All right. Yeah, I make sure stuff. I will upload stuff in private to make sure it doesn't get copyrighted before I play it. Like if I add it to an intro, I upload it in private and see if it gets claimed. And if it doesn't, I'm like, cool. You know what I'm saying?
Hello. Let's see if Rumble works. I'm going to start off by saying this is probably a really, really bad idea. And I don't know. I'm really upset. And
before we start this, a lot of people think this is disingenuous. And as somebody that, gets emotional sometimes, I know it's not. Also, I've been around Anna before years ago where she got emotional because, people get emotional. And, she's been through a lot. And I want everybody to kind of understand that going into this. Like, try to not look at this as a parasocial weird thing. Try not to look at this as a his side's my side, she side, his side, left or right kind of thing. Just listen to Anna speak and what she has to say, and try to look at it as if your friend was crying next to you. Because I think a lot of people get in the wrong perspective going into stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? The reason I reacted to it in a certain way is because I know Anna in real life. I've seen Anna, be emotional. I've seen Anna be happy and jokey and roasty. I've seen Anna do all the things. So that's how I was able to look at it objectively.
Yeah, this is probably not a good idea to do a live stream, but from everything that I've seen going around and everything that's happened the past couple days,
I don't know, guys. Don't cry. I've been crying pretty much the past 24 hours. I cried after Jack's show. I cried yesterday after all the news happens. And then I thought was good. I thought I got it all out of my system.
Okay, so context here. You know, she was really upset about the whole Jack show thing. And she thought she got it all out of her system. Keep in mind what I said earlier, where she was in a certain headspace. And then she turns on the stream and immediately sees, Ethan and Shane talking about that video she made on Instagram. So although they were joking, she was in a mind space to not retain it the way it might have been delivered or was intended. Right? It's a common phrase in PR, because I've taken PR training several times against my will for reasons, and against my will, I tell you. And when it comes to PR training, there's something called impact versus intent. That's a big one. Impact versus intent. Okay. Your intent was this and only this, and you don't feel like you did anything wrong, but you got to perspective take a little bit and understand the impact, and maybe course correct in the future if you can, to prevent things like that from happening. It doesn't necessarily make you a bad person at all. It's like a learning thing. Big shout out to Grifty. $100 super chat. Oh my God. So Nina destroys Riververse and Racket's channel, and now Anna has killed CG. Why do we still let women stream? No, I agree with you. Repeal the stream-teenth. Thank you, Grifty. I appreciate you, brother. 20 from Naked Snake right there. I love you, dude. Appreciate you. You are the man, the myth, the legend. Big shout out for Born's like, please play the video. I can't. Grifty fucking dropped $100, bro. I gotta suck Grifty off a little. Just a little, man. Come on. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Always supporting your brother. I appreciate you, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Big shout out to Grifty. He is the GOAT. He's the man. Ashley says royalty for 10 months. Yeah, royalty member is like $10. Thank you, Ashley. I love you. I have like 3 or 4 of them total. So you are the GOAT. Thank you, Ashley. And a $20 from Ashley. That's Naked Snake, by the way. That's Naked Snake right there with Ashley's giant super chat and Grifty's super chat. That puts us at 503. Stretch goal is 800, 296 away. I love you guys, and I appreciate all the support. You ain't got to do that, by the way. I always say that. You don't have to super chat me, but I do like it. I'm not going to lie. Thank you, Ashley. I love you. Thank you again, Ashley. And thank you again, Grifty. All right, let's play this so Bond don't kill my ass.
And then I was trying to catch up on what happened with Trashcast, and I got to a certain point, and I just had to stop it because I was like, oh my God, okay. Tell me how my supposed friends really feel about me. Apparently, everything is my fault. Like I said, I don't think I probably should not be live streaming right now, but I don't know. I feel like I should just get.
She feels like she needs to defend herself, right? I totally get it. Where'd you go, Drew Bradley says Anna needs to get over herself. Stop simping, man. Well, you know what? I'll even agree that I simp on Anna. I love Anna. She can dish it. She can't take it. Well, look, and this is kind of the black and white thinking thing. Anna's obviously emotional. You have to try to look at it objectively, like what she's been through lately with strikes, with Jack show, with John, and all that stuff. And if you are a regular viewer of the Jack show, you understand that they rib each other all the fucking time, dude. Like, so she didn't expect that thing, and she obviously knew during the stream that it was getting out of hand, which is why she tried to go back to the Andy thing. I totally get it, right? And she probably didn't think this would happen, and she's lost a lot of friends, and now she feels like she's lost another. So I think it would be disingenuous to say this is all just fake, right? Anna's feeling some kind of way. She's obviously emotional, and she's been through the ringer, man. I'm a guy. I can't even imagine how terrible pregnancy is. You know, obviously it's a beautiful thing, but going through it, it's pretty rough. And she had a much rougher time, right? Than what most people. And she has a bracelet monitor of her heart rate, so she doesn't have a stroke because she's in danger of it. So she's going through a lot of shit. So I don't think it's disingenuous at all to say that, you know, like, she feels a little betrayed, and that's fair, you know, necessarily or not, if she was actually betrayed or not. but she feels like she was. And, that's everybody's feelings are relatively valid to a certain degree, right? We just need to listen to them and not immediately reject everybody, depending on where our loyalties lie,
This all off of my chest. And then I don't have to talk about it again. 1 second. Sorry. Trying to get myself together. It's just been really, really emotional past 24 hours. And like, I know that we're all just supposed to be internet people and keep everything together and not have feelings and not be real people, but guys, I'm a real person. And I guess I've made the mistake many times of assuming people that I know online are actually my friends. And I don't know, these past 24 hours have been a lot. So I don't even know where to begin. I don't know what to say.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree, Ashley. I'm the same way. Drew says, I've dealt with a wife like this and it was hell, but once past it, I get handed my ass. I don't feel sorry for them anymore, equality, brother. Well, I'm not discounting what you're saying at all, man. I totally get it. It's a perspective. But I don't see Anna doing this very often. That is why this is such a big thing right now, because Anna doesn't go on stream and cry all the time about something. She gets roasted a lot. There's all kinds of beefs happening all the time, right? If this happened on a regular basis, yeah, everybody would be like, again, right? But I don't think, you get what I'm saying? Like, if it happened all the time, but it doesn't. And that's where I'm like,
I'll just say I was really uncomfortable during Jack. I apologize if I made anyone else feel upset. That wasn't my intent. I thought we were all just having good fun and good banter. And I don't know. I guess I'm not good at reading the room, but I messaged John and I asked him if he was upset with me. And he said it was all in my head. And then he left the Jack show. And I'm like, all right, I guess it's not in my head. And then before Cecil and I could even respond to that, he goes and posts about it on Twitter. And it's like, okay. It was a minute after. I didn't see it until I saw, somebody messaged me about it because I was on the phone with Peaches FaceTiming with him and the baby. And Cecil found out live on air. So it's like, okay, I thought, maybe after all these years together, maybe, I don't know. We were better friends than that. And then
here's one thing I'll add to kind of give you a synopsis. I think you have 3 knee-jerk reactions all happening at once, right? And that kind of thing happens all the time. And kind of blew this a little bit more out of proportion than we needed, or than people wanted. Well, I shouldn't say people. People love the drama, but then the group wanted, right?
I don't know, getting blamed for it and then getting called a whore by my friends, or basically getting called a whore for a parody video that neither of them really knew much about, even though I explained it in the video. So for those that don't know, on I posted it on my YouTube, but it was mainly on Instagram. But there's this controversy about this girl named Nara Smith, who's a supermodel, and what she does is she does these cooking videos in high-end couture dresses, and it's she's just the thing about her is that she's drop dead gorgeous. She's a supermodel and she's 24 and she just had a baby. Like she's got 4 kids. The internet blew up on her and like it was all over Twitter for days, and my birthday was coming up, which is Halloween, and I did a parody of it where I made like cupcakes and they were supposed to be shitty. It was supposed to be a parody, and for that, because my friends didn't listen to the beginning of the video and they don't know who Nara Smith is, even though she's extremely famous. I mean, look, like go at 4.8 million followers. Because of that, I'm basically a whore and I'm going to be OnlyFans.
To be fair, Shane and Ethan probably don't know about that girl and her being famous because we don't care. You know what I'm saying? Us as men could give 2 flying fucks about some model making cakes, right? Like my entire feed is guys using an impact gun to take off rusted bolts. That's my feed on Instagram and Facebook. Just impact bolts and welding and like people falling off skateboards. So yeah, we wouldn't know, right? So I wouldn't blame them for not knowing at all. Because I wouldn't have any idea, right? So,
and I'm the reason that the Jack show broke up. I really appreciate hearing that from my friends. And then, like, I mean, the whole thing with John, like, yeah, I'm really upset about it. We've been friends for years. I mean, at least I thought so. And talked to Cecil. I mean, we talked before that happened. And I mean, I don't know if I hurt his feelings, I'm sorry. He's hurt my feelings plenty of times over the years, and there's been times where it's like I've wanted to take a break from the Jack show and I just haven't. I've stuck it out. But guys, a lot has happened. I just like not this time at Jack show, but the time before I got a warning, and then this past time I got a strike. So like I can't stream or post videos on YouTube to talk about anything. And
see, I didn't know that. So I'm glad she clarified that because I didn't know if she could stream or she was in danger and she didn't want to stream. But her not being able to stream. So look, dude, like that's what I'm trying to convey to people because I said it at the beginning, but Anna can't stream. Anna's channel's in danger. Anna's perceiving that she lost a friend. Anna's perceiving that she lost the one shows that she really enjoys. Those are all facts, right? And then she goes onto her random trash cast watching, and she sees her friends roasting her. They are joking. I think everybody can agree they're joking. But they were, they're roasting her pretty good. And Anna had been through all this bullshit. And then she probably finally was like, okay, I'm going to get on the internet. I'm going to try to relax. And she turns on a video and she sees that. And it's immediately just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think anybody really did anything wrong here. It's just the timing fucked everything up really good. Right? So that's what I see. And I'm sure Anna probably feels better by now. Right? She's taking a break and she probably feels better right now, but she was just probably in that headspace. And when you're in that headspace, you don't like hearing stuff like that. Right? So, and is it everybody's responsibility to know about that headspace? Right? That's where everything gets a little muddy. So like, it's hard. You can't really make a decision in this whole sea of stuff to have prevented this, right? The only decision you could have made is like, oh, well, John quit the Jack show. Anna's upset. Let's probably not talk about Anna right now. Right? Or if we're going to talk about it, let's talk about the drama and not talk about a random video where she has her babies out and like kind of, play it up a little. Right? Anyways, you get it. I think y'all get it. I think you guys are smart peeps that kind of understand.
Like, I don't know what happened. Cecil doesn't know what happened. I don't think anyone knows except for John. And I don't know. Like I said, I feel like after the years of us streaming together, of us, I guess I thought that we were all friends, you know, we could have gotten somewhat of an explanation. And
So what's the solution, Eric? I'm gonna let this play, obviously, but what's the solution, Eric? That's something that's, I think, really important. Maybe not to like people that love drama, but people that care about these people. What's the solution? The only solution is communication, just like it would be in a relationship or a family matter. Like Anna's in a certain way, she needs to take a break, chill out. John's in a certain way, needs to take a break, chill out. And then everybody's got to be like an adult and like just come together and just talk. Right? That fixes most things. Just simple communication. I've been so stressed out before, was so worried to call somebody about an issue that I'm having, like in racing. Literally can't sleep because I have to call somebody the next day. And then I called them the next day, and every bone in my body is screaming, I don't want to call this person. I want to just lay in bed and hope they don't call me. Right? But I called them, and the race owner guy I'm talking to is like, hey, man, yeah, dude, we're all good. All right, see you Thursday. And then I'm like, holy shit, why was I so worried about this? Holy shit. I couldn't sleep, and that call was 9 seconds long, and everything's cool. And I think that's the biggest thing. Everybody just needs to come together, let bygones be. We all care about each other, and just have a good conversation about it. And maybe that doesn't solve it, but that's better than wondering what people are talking about, wondering what people are thinking.
I do feel better after talking about it a little bit, but I don't know. It's like everything just piling up. What a shit week. Shit week, shit time. Uh, 99 CG Fars have never heard of NAR. I said it in the very beginning of the video that I'm channeling. It's a parody video. It was all over Twitter. All the girls knew what I was doing, and I can't make it any clearer than saying it and then putting it in the description. But I don't know, like calling me a whore basically, and then blaming me for John leaving the Jack show. Whatever's going on with John, he hasn't told us. He told me when I asked him if he was upset with me, he told me it was all in my head. And then like 30 minutes later, he left the Jack show. So clearly it wasn't all in my head.
But let's give John the benefit of the doubt. Maybe John was just ready to quit. And maybe that conversation got him in the right headspace to do so. Because maybe you've been wanting to quit for a long time, right? Dude, I've been burnt out before. Trust me. There's been months long periods where I don't want to stream. I'm like, I just don't want to do it, right? And thank God that's over. That was me like all year this year. So that's very possible, right? Like I said, all these things that are happening are timing based.
I don't know what to do. I don't know how to fix this. I saw people complaining, saying that Anna's been checked out for Jack show for a while. Well, guys, do you remember what happened last year? I was pregnant and I was extremely sick my entire pregnancy. I could barely eat. I was going to the doctor 4 out of 5 business days. I was at the doctor's. My baby, I had to have an emergency C-section because I was about to have a stroke. I was sick the whole time. It was very hard to do my own regular content, let alone like a 4-hour live stream at night. And stay.
TGTK says excuses. Man, maybe. But having a child and having a really rough pregnancy, that's like a 9-month period. And having to recover from it not only mentally but physically, that goes a little further than excuses, bro. Me sleeping in till 10, that's an excuse. You know what I'm saying? This is an excuse. I would think it's a little bit more extreme. Mr. Spaceman says they never called her a whore. I watched the clip 3 times. She's making shit up. Well, that's why she says basically. That's how she perceived it, right? They didn't call her a whore, but that's how she perceived it, you know?
Being awake was one thing. And then this year I had a baby, you know, and when they're little, they wake up at night, and I'm sorry if I was focusing more on that. If Cecil and John were bothered about it, both of them could have said something to me. I don't know. I'm doing the best that I can. And I'm sorry if that upset anyone or made everyone upset with me. This last Jack show, if I hurt John's feelings that bad that he wanted to leave the show, I had just watched 3 live streams of him talking about the situation. When Chokeout brought it up, I didn't think it was going to be World War III. And if that's what it was, I'm sorry.
You got to listen to the things she's saying here. Like, she's like, if everyone's mad at me, she's saying everyone. And that goes back to her. She's perceiving that everyone's mad at her because I'm not trying to claim that I know, but you know, she's likely in a headspace where she feels like everybody hates her and everybody's attacking her. I felt that way a few months ago, and I didn't even want to go to the racetrack anymore because every time I got on Twitter, everybody was yelling at me about fucking racing, and it got really fucking annoying. And I was nervous to go to a racetrack. And then I finally went to, I think California. And everybody in the garage was fist bumping me. Man, we missed you, hugging me and shit. And I was like, holy shit. You know what I'm saying? But when you're not directly involved in these people's lives, it feels that way, especially when you're a fucking content creator, when you're watching the chat go and everybody's yelling chess. You know what I'm saying? Ladybug says some of these comments are nasty. Cody's compassionate. Some of y'all don't have compassion for anybody. Well, to be fair to anybody that doesn't support or feels the other way about it, this is entertainment. These people involved in this, John, Ethan, Shane, Cecil, Anna, they are entertainment for a lot of people, right? So when somebody's entertainment, it turns into the Pawn Stars or Duck Dynasty. These people aren't real, and I'm choosing my football team to support. So some people support the other side, and some people will support the other side, the opposing side. And it's just how these things work, because these aren't real people. And, you know, you learn that pretty early on when your channel starts to take off. Like, you'll have people in your chat that are like, yeah, for a year. And then something weird happens on Discord that you don't even know about, and suddenly they fucking hate you. And they go into chat comment sections of other videos just dogging you. And you're like, what the fuck? I didn't even do anything to that person, right? It's because they chose the other team now. And they are with that team now, right? Because it's entertainment. And I totally understand that perspective, because that's the only perspective that can exist for somebody that's not in it, that's knows these people for real. And you know what I'm saying? And I'm not discounting, if people see it that way, that's fine. I get it. When I fucking watch a football game, I hate everybody on that other team. You know what I'm saying? I totally understand. But that's just how it is, man. And Silent Rage, I agree with you. My friend tiny back in the day, every time she got pulled over, she cried and she got out of the ticket every time. So yeah, I get the perspective. But I know Anna personally, and I know Anna's being genuine in this, and I know Anna's been through a lot of shit, right? So
I'm really sorry. And if my friends want to blame me for that and call me a whore, then like, okay. But I mean, for years, I mean, I never did like the hot girl shtick ever before. And like, they would give me shit because, yeah, I would dress dorky because I'm a fucking dork. I don't know the first thing about fashion or any of this. The one thing I do is like on Halloween, I dress up because it's my birthday. And then I did. And then they were like, why don't you show it off more? And so I did. And like, yeah, I got called whore by people that weren't my friends and it didn't bother me. And normally this stuff wouldn't bother me, but based on everything that's happening, like my channel getting struck and my friends being mad at me, and then now this, it's like, yeah, everything's piling all up at once. And
this is a great point. This is exactly why I want to highlight this chat. Okay. Sad Lad Chat says, doesn't she have a husband to talk about this with? That's the biggest thing. And now I may be wrong about this, but I remember watching this the other night. And she said that she was alone. Right? Because she had to do the Jack show and she had to send off her calendars. So you're going through all these things, right? You're going through all this shit and you don't have your support system. You know what I'm saying? That makes it fucking worse. That's the issue. You know what I'm saying? That I think all of these things are tribute to Anna having an emotional moment, right? Like I said, it's a lot of things are lining up to just cause this emotional reaction to things that are happening to her and that she's seeing online, right? And I think people are they're valid to feel that way. Anna's valid to feel that way, right? And to other people's defense, they don't know she's feeling that way. Maybe they don't. Maybe they do. When they're like, well, roasting her a little bit. They don't know. They don't know what she's going through. So then Anna sees it and she's like, well, these fucking people are fucking me, right? And she's already been feel like she's probably got DMs out the ass the last 2 days or 3 days, right? And of course, the whole chat's blaming her for the John thing. So there's just a lot of things piling up. You know what I'm saying? So thank you, Chad. Amateur says, it's because we love you guys. We love Anna. We love Camelot. We want to see you guys like this. We want to see you guys be all right. Well, not everybody's like that. But I thank you, Amateur. I appreciate you, brother, for your goal, boy. Thank you. Minnie Galen says, getting cut out by people you thought of as friends will do this to this person. Been there. It's not fun when friends aren't honest. And that goes back to what I was saying earlier when I first started content creation and I started collabing with a lot of people. And then 2 years in, like fucking 15 people swore me off over nothing. And it kind of fucking hurt because I was like, oh, I thought these people were like legitimately my friends. This is weird. And it fucked me up. It fucked me up. I didn't talk about it, obviously, but I get real quiet when things like that happen. But it fucked me up, Shadow Cat. I relate to her emotions and feelings of self-blame in my own situation with Axel, going through all of the should-haves, could-haves, would-haves. It must be a woman thing, but she did nothing wrong. Well, I think we all think that way. It's just we deal with stress differently. Men will yell or be quiet and disassociate. Women will tend to be like really upset about it. We're just different. Men and women are different that way. Thank you, Shadow Cat. I love you. I love you, Shadow Cat. Thank you. Is that what you've been ignoring me, Ashley? Yes, of course.
I'm a human and I have feelings, okay? I got crazy psychopaths threatening to come fight my husband because I talk about my experiences online. I have, I guess, a show that's burning in fire right now. And then I tune in and my friends are saying that shit. It's like, okay, all right. It's just a lot all at once. And I'm a girl and I usually can hold this shit together, but I can't. And I wasn't going to say anything. I was going to wait until I don't know, I talked to Cecil again, or or I got my channel back and I figured everything would cool off, but
You can't talk to Cecil. He's too busy hiding from everybody after destroying Comics Gate. That's a joke. Cecil, you fucker. How could you have done this to everybody? How could you have done this again? Like clockwork. Another year, another Cecil.
but it hasn't.
One Two Cents says, wait, her channel is gone. From what I know, she can't stream on her channel right now or post videos because of the strike on her channel. Which would be absolutely devastating. That's like the biggest takeaway from me. I know it's like selfish for me to be like, my biggest takeaway is the channel thing, but that would destroy me. That would kill me. I can't even imagine it. It's terrifying. Her channel's still up. She just can't post to it. Right. And that's scary. That I can't even think about that. Oh God.
Listen, if it was my fault John wanted to leave Jack, then I'm sorry. If I was too insensitive, I'm sorry. If I didn't read the room right, then I'm sorry. I've said it before. I don't think I'm the best host for the Jack show. I don't like hosting shows. I don't think I'm particularly good at it, but I figured people like it when I host because
she's so humble. She's flexing 250,000 subs. I'm not that good at it. Shit. I love Anna streams. Where'd it go? Somebody said something. Cecil disappeared in shame. Yes. She still has X and Rumble. You don't make money on X and Rumble though. That's the issue.
I have the biggest channel. And I don't know, like, and people give me shit because they're like, oh, Anna, you only pay attention when you're hosting. It's like, because I'm running a fucking show. And then when I'm not hosting and I try to add my input and I get talked over, or I'm sick, or I'm watching the baby monitor because, you know, I need to pay attention to my baby when she was littler and was waking up in the night. Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I always thought the Jack show was about making fun of each other, but you're all in on the joke. That's what I thought too. That's what I thought too. But I don't know. I thought after the amount of years that we've all been streaming together and been friends, like, just, I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. I wasn't even going to talk about this, but I was trying to catch up on what happened on Trashcast, which obviously
I'm done. Yeah, I want to give her a big old hug too. Wear her face on my titties because she's so little. Hellboy says, I was there. Cecil did talk about it. He's not hiding. No, he's hiding. I talked to him in text. I talked to Cecil right before this. I was like, hey, man, you want to like come on here and like speak to this a little bit better than I can since you know, like, you probably know more, you know, the inner workings. And he's like, nah, man, I can't. I don't feel too good. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, okay. All right, Cecil, I read you loud and clear, brother. All right. All right.
it was a mistake. I think I just need to stay off the internet for a few days. But Hold on, I'm gonna mute myself because I just need to let out a big cry.
Cecil the Coward confirmed. Yeah, I agree. Miss says, I wasn't going to talk about it beside the fire stream and crying list excuses. Well, that's the thing, man. Like, from her perspective, that's the only thing she can do to, like, let her voice be heard. And sometimes when you talk about this kind of shit, you get emotional. Remember when Jeff Legal Vases passed away and I fired up a stream just saying, you know, rest in peace, my friend John. And Jeff, sorry. I saw John in the chat. Jeff. And I did not. I was like, I'm gonna talk about Jeff tonight because Jeff's a good dude. And I fired up the stream and I was fucking emotional. I was like, why can't I talk about this? I can't talk about this. I don't know what's going on. Right? I couldn't talk about it. This is weird. You guys remember that stream? That sucked. But you know, 200 watt studio. Hey, boy, how you doing, brother? I feel like I haven't seen you in a minute. It says mailing gaslit her when she asked him. She said it's all in your head, then he quit Jack, shouldn't have gaslit her. Now, that's what when I was talking about that earlier, there could be a lot more to that. Like, there was probably a lot of things that contributed to John leaving, right? In my opinion. We don't know. So we can't really, you know, take the only thing that we know and then just apply it across the board. Like, well, John's bad. Right? Cody cries more than Anna. I do cry more than Anna, actually. You shut the stream down like for 4 minutes. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I could not function in that stream. I tried. It was hard. Thank you, Louise. I appreciate that. He's so brave. Yes, thank you. Sure, Darth Snarkus. I agree. Missed. Anna's muted. She's so it says missed. It says maintain an open mind. Maybe I'm just jaded to crying. No one amongst them has clean hands. Yeah, and I think I've said that from the beginning. Everybody did a thing that caused a thing, right? And then there was knee jerk reactions to the thing, right? And like I said, I think everybody just getting together and having a conversation and probably fix a lot of this, you know. It probably wouldn't fix all of it, but it could fix all of it. We don't know. You know. Thank you, Louise. I appreciate you.
I'm sorry, guys. I don't think I can do this anymore.
So Anna's going to get to a part where she starts talking about her friends and things that happened in the past with her friends, and I want to cover that and then end it there because then it's like, you know, kind of the same stuff, and she's just reiterating her point.
Fun, and I like wanted to take a break. I still listen. I cried when Kelsey left the Jack show. When things were hard and like not fun, and I like wanted to take a break, I still stuck it through the best that I could. And then now this, it's like, God, I don't know what to fucking do. I don't know what to do. Again, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I made John so upset that he felt like he needed to leave. I can't be with her right now. She's not here. Peaches was out of town. Maybe that's another thing. It's like Peaches was out of town this weekend. For those that don't know, Peaches, his daughter lives upstate, so every other weekend Peaches goes out of town. And he took the baby with him because he knew on Thursday I was my calendars were coming in. So I wasn't going to be able to go because I had to be here to get the calendars. And then I've been fulfilling my calendars ever since Thursday. I dropped off the first batch of them, and people are already like, people posted that they got them. So I've been fulfilling my calendars, but Peaches comes home tonight with the baby, so I'll get to see the baby tonight. So that'll definitely make me feel better and distract me from this fucking hell. But like teasing about it because see, it's like me, I'm a bit of a perfectionist, and so when it's like off, it drives me crazy. So I was just joking. Like about it driving me crazy because of like yeah, when I was like transferring Cecil's really terrible sketch onto the canvas, I'm like, oh my god, like I want to fix everything that's wrong with it.
I love how Cecil just catches strays.
But yeah, I'll still paint it if he wants it painted, but I don't know how to fix this. I don't know, guys. I just feel like absolute shit. And like God, this is so cringy. Saying that I'm lying about being upset and crying. This is gonna probably be the most cringy thing, but like, this is real.
I didn't realize she turned her camera on. I had not. I was reading sheet music when I was listening to this.
This is me. I'm actually crying, and I don't want to be on camera crying, which is why my camera is turned off. But like, I just, I don't know. I just like I want to fix it. I just don't know how. Like, like there's been times on Jack's show where it's like, yeah, I'm a girl. I have feelings, and I think I can take a joke just as well as another person, but sometimes when it's just like piling on and I can't even get a word in to defend myself, like yeah, sometimes that gets me. Like this last Jack show, I misspoke. Like I'd been drinking and I didn't get it out right, and then they're like, "Oh, you know." I was just trying to tell my friends that like, "Hey, like it's all like once, my daughter's a year old, then I can try having another baby, so I'm not going to be able to drink again next year." And I said it wrong, and like they saying like, "Oh, you're so narcissistic. You don't care about your baby." Like I almost turned off my camera and cried because I'm like, yeah. Sometimes especially when I'm drinking, I don't say things right and it sounds stupid. Like I love my baby more than anything in the entire world. Like, and I'm excited to have more if I can. This past one was really rough. Like, I couldn't get off the couch for over a month. I couldn't stay awake. I feel like an
I don't see how people are like, this is fake. Like, I don't know. I think a lot of people are too like TV show, movie, like internet brained. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you guys remember when I put out that video? A lot of people were like, why would you film yourself crying? My biggest video of all time, I got like really emotional in it. Like it was just me talking, right? And like she's losing her shit. And I feel like if that was something you can just do like that easy, actresses would have a lot more Oscars. You know what I'm saying?
absolute failure because I had to have a C-section.
Halo Smith says, I don't understand why you would stream it. Well, I think when all these things are piling up, Anna just every minute that goes by, it's like it's terrifying. It sucks. Every minute that goes by, you have all this anxiety about all these people not liking you and being mad at you. And maybe she felt like this is the only way. This is her only outlet. This is the only way she can try to fix something. Right? You know what I'm saying?
And that I was so sick. When I'm not on stream, I have to wear this stupid watch that monitors my heart rate because I'm at risk for having a stroke now. And I'm in my 20s. It's awful. But I want to have more children more than anything in the world, and it kills me every day knowing that I was so sick for the first one, and I don't know if I can do it again. So yeah, some jokes get to me. Sometimes I get a little emotion, but I held it in. Now I just can't. And now, like, when I was really upset about Ellen dying, the Jack show was the one time a week when I could just turn off my brain and just come and hang out with my friends. And I got so much shit for it. So much fucking shit from like my quote unquote YouTube friends. And like it's beneath me that those guys are degrading me and all this. And I told them to go fuck off. Like if you can't take a joke, like leave me the fuck alone. Like because nothing Cecil or John ever said to me was meant in like a bad connotation. And I had fun. I had fun just turning my brain off and hanging out with them once a week. And the fact that it went on for years, I mean, it was nice. It was really nice. And yeah, sometimes we have shit going on in our personal lives and we have to take breaks. And I don't know. I don't know what's going on in their personal lives. We don't talk about it because the Jack show is like the one time a week where you just turn off your brain and you just hang out. And it's not like
I blame Shane Davis. Yeah, I think that's a perspective thing that a lot of people are going to have a hard time grasping is the pregnancy thing. I can't grasp it. I can't do it. I can't experience that. And I think a lot of people that are think really in black and white from an entertainment perspective, like I was talking about, they are going to discount that perspective immediately, especially if they're dudes. And I'm not being like a feminist guy at all. Okay. All right. I hate women. No, but I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I think that's it's a brutal experience. Raya the guy says, I like Anna. I've always enjoyed her Star Wars takes. I would just tell her to never vent on the internet. It's a horrible place to vent. People are terrible. Vent to the people you really trust. Sure. And Mick Stellar said it earlier that sometimes, rarely, sometimes I start up a stream and it's almost like a therapy. Like I lean on the chat, you know? Like I really, really lean on the chat for support. And I don't know if that's a healthy thing. I don't know if it's selfish, but I do it. I've done it before where I'm like, I don't feel good. I feel terrible. And I openly talk about it. And when I talk and the chat is going and I'm streaming, I feel better pretty quickly. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. I love you. Thank you, Raga. 200 Watt Studio says Anna considers John, EBS, Cecil, etc. her friends. Sometimes the other person doesn't think of you as a friend at all, sadly. Well, yeah, sure. She touches on that a little bit. So I think, yeah, I've been through that before with people on the internet, you know, and I don't necessarily know if that's true or not. Like, I don't necessarily know if, like I said, there's a lot of emotions. There's a lot of things going on all at the same time. We don't know how everybody's feeling. This is just how Anna's feeling currently. You know?
I don't know. Like I never thought that this was what it was going to come to.
I don't know if I can do this anymore. I fucking drama. I'll tell you, probably like the hardest time it ever was when I lost a friend was with Jesse.
I did not know who this was until I researched it. And I actually remember this person on being on streams before. Anna elaborates on it more here. Irakaya says, if you don't talk about personal stuff with them, you are not friends. Well, damn, I'm just friends with everybody in the chat. What's up? Thank you, Irakaya. I love you. Appreciate you. Is that a comment? No. Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you, Irakaya. Appreciate you. Royal Wee. God, here we go. Royal Wee is here to derail the stream. How you doing, brother? Royal Wee says, well, I was on Anna said I'll watch what happened. John was completely justified. She brought it up when she didn't have to keep going. Oh, well, you talked about that earlier. Yeah. You like 100% understand where John's coming from with the campaign thing. We talk about that, and having somebody launch close to you, maybe losing you up to $5,000 to $10,000, especially at a time when I think, like campaigns have been on a little bit of a downturn, they still kick ass, obviously, compared to a lot of other like sectors. But, stuff when you would want to make sure you follow like the gentleman's agreement more so than you would less so during a time like that, especially, and if it happens more than once, stuff like that. So I 100% understand where John's coming from there. Yeah, 100%. And yeah, Anna kept poking his ass, but you got to understand when you watch the Jack show, everybody's poking everybody the whole damn time. And it was a perfect storm for the poking to not be the good poking. You know what I'm saying? It's the perfect storm. That's why I don't think anybody did anything relatively wrong. It's just, people were in certain headspaces and things started dominoing, right? And then there was the perfect timing for Ethan to bring up that Instagram video, right? It's like perfect timing. That wasn't a new video. It's like over a week ago. You know what I'm saying? So it's just perfect timing. That's why I think if everybody just has a conversation, it'd probably be all right. Stuff was real fresh, especially during this, stream she did. So thank you, Royal Wee. I love you, dude. Appreciate you, brother.
Like Jesse was really hard, and then Drunk 3PO was really hard, and then Brittany was really hard, and like Kelsey, that really hurt too, because I still I don't know what the fuck happened. Like I guess weasels got into Kelsey's head and turned him against everyone. But then like the last time I talked to Kelsey was on John's Rumble stream, and I don't know, he was really upset. I don't know.
Thank you, April. Appreciate you.
Just want Peaches to get home already so I can go see my baby. I guess I should just be like everyone else and just treat YouTube and the people that I meet on it like we're just coworkers and not care, and just that they're not really my friends. I guess that's what I should start doing. Which I don't know if I can. Cuz like the thing, I never even thought of being a YouTuber. It happened by fucking accident. I wasn't one of those people that was like, "Oh, I'm going to build a channel and I'm going to grow and that's going to be me and my career." No, it happened on fucking accident. All of this happened on fucking accident. And I've just been going with it because it's been fun, but when you constantly have people turn on you And everyone's watching every single thing that you say and do and tweet and breathe. And like, I remember one time I got a phone call and somebody screamed at me because I met someone on a live stream who I had never interacted with before. I thought they were cool, so I invited them on my show, and I get a phone call from somebody like, "Didn't you know that that person talked shit about this person that we're like somewhat friends with?" And I'm like, "What?" No, like, no, I just met this person. If they have beef, what the fuck does that have to do with me? And then, like, this shit, it's like, you know what? At least at the end of the day, I can say that I tried doing the best that I could. And if that wasn't good enough, it wasn't good enough. And if I hurt any of my friends' feelings, then I'm really sorry. If I made fun of the eyebrow things too much, the gay, like, you guys are gay too much, I'm sorry. If I made fun of the weight too much, I'm sorry. I thought I was dishing it as much as I was taking it, you know? Because like, Anna, you hit the wall, you know, like,
Yeah, I think I think that covers it because she goes back the rest of it. She goes back and reiterates a lot of it. And the reason this, I know a lot of people don't understand this, and that's fine. But the reason this resonated with me so much is because I've said this privately in my life. I remember I think I called. It might have been Nick. I can't remember. I talked to somebody on the phone one time because I was going through a thing where people were turning on me and for no reason, literally no reason. And it was because like I was friends with another person. And it was kind of like a jarring thing that I hadn't experienced yet on the internet. And it like really bothered me. Now I didn't really talk about it publicly, obviously, but it really bothered me. And I was like, wow, these people aren't my friends. This sucks. I thought we were friends. I didn't know that this was how this worked. And then you learn that, and I think you grow as a person. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean there's not people that will be your friends online. You know, like Cecil, Anna. There's tons of people that don't follow that. It's just you're gonna run every now and then you're gonna run into somebody you really connect with, and then they're gonna fucking turn on you, and you're gonna be like, holy shit, I didn't expect this. This is jarring. And that's why this resonated with me so much, because I've been through the exact same thing. Right? The exact same thing. And it was really frustrating. To find out that people they actually didn't care about you. They only cared about the clout. Right? Because I had people that would come on my show, at the height of CAMELCAST, I'd have 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 people watching, 12,000 one time. Right? And I would have people just wanting to come on the show. And then as soon as like I dropped back to 1,000, the ebb and flows come, all of a sudden no one was, half or 70% of the people I'd worked with in the past wouldn't even answer DMs anymore because my show wasn't big enough anymore. And it broke my heart. It broke my heart because I was like, oh, so this wasn't actually a friend thing. So you have to learn that going in. I'm sure Anna's learned that several times. And that's why she's talking about it, because she's like, this sucks. And again, I don't necessarily, to John's credit, I think time passes, everybody has a conversation, it's probably fine. It's just like you got fresh open wounds all over the place, and it's already been 2 days now. So I think from my perspective, I think everything's going to be all right. John may take a break, and he has every right to do so. Fucking streaming sucks. It's hard. I would not want to do anything else. Don't get me wrong. I would never want to do anything else other than streaming. I love it. But it's fucking brutal. Because I know a lot of people don't have that perspective, because not obviously most of the chat don't stream to an audience of a couple hundred, couple thousand, couple 100,000 people. But that chat that goes through your chat calling you fat, giant headed bitch ass redneck, eventually the bitch ass redneck gets to you. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Oh, fuck. He's here again. You know what I'm saying? Eventually starts to get to you. And that makes it a little bit harder. Because when you go to work let's say you work at Target or at a bank or something, You have your coworkers, everything's all good, and then you go home, right? You don't have to deal with hundreds of people or thousands of people, depending on how big you are, or dozens of people. You fucking just yell, just hate your ass. Why do they hate your ass? Parasocial reasons. Reasons that in real life they wouldn't give two flying fucks, right? But when people are like in the chat and they're like, this person betrayed this person, I hate them. Like, you don't even know these people. And people talking like that, this person betrayed this person and blah, blah, blah. This is how I see it. It's like, this is an internet show, a live stream on StreamYards with like 4 people. And you're like parasocially siding with the others and then swearing allegiances and then going to their chats and hating them for the rest of their career until somehow they turn a leaf on you and you come back. Right? When in actuality, it's not really that serious, you know? And people will hate your ass forever. Forever. I've had people that were donating Red Boys, $100 super chats every stream, like for a while. And then one day, they got in a fight with another mod. And now they hate me. They hate me, not the mod, not the fucking mod. They hate me now. Why? Because it's because it's my show. Right? Now they hate me. And that's just how these things work, right? Just how they be sometimes, man. It sucks. Again, that's pretty much the entire overarching rundown of this whole thing. But from my perspective, you know, and I was on the show. Now, to be fair, I was not contributing very well. But said YouTube chat is not parasocial. What? 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 Damn, brother. Come on now, man. You fucking with me today. All right. Damn, brother. It's wild. No, what it boils down to is I don't think Anna did anything wrong. I don't think Chokeout did anything wrong. And I don't think they did either at the point of when it was happening. They're all having a good time. The ribbon. And then the ribbon kept happening. And then you can see John just shift. John was tired of it. And I don't think he did anything wrong getting frustrated by it because it was affecting him monetarily. Right? So these are just a lot of things where everybody's a little guilty, but no one really did anything wrong. Shane joked about her Instagram video. And she took it in a negative way because she was tired of getting fucking poked. Just like John was tired of getting fucking poked on the show. Right? Everybody's getting poked. Everybody's getting tired of getting poked. Right? And everybody's valid to feel that way. Completely valid. Now everybody has their opinions on who did something wrong, and everybody did a little bit. Have you ever been drinking a little and you roast your friend a little too hard about their weight, and you can see their face change, and you're like, "Fuck," right? We all do it. We've all done it. So what it boils down to is everybody's gay. Yeah, exactly. And I think everybody having a conversation, because they've known each other for years, I think that likely would either fix it or at least make people feel better about the situation, right? Maybe John leaving isn't entirely because of that situation. You know what I'm saying? I think this is one of the rare instances where no one really did anything wrong, but all the reactions caused it to domino, right? And yeah, I think John's a good dude. I've always liked John a lot. Love his humor. I love Anna. Fucking love Anna. Look, I'm not even hyper biased towards Anna. I love Anna. I think Anna's great. And the reason I think that is because she's genuine. Like, I've met her I've been around her several times in real life. She's a good egg and she's genuine. She roasts the fuck out of me all the time, calls me fat. I don't give a fuck. Right? And the same thing with John, same thing with Ethan. I've been around Ethan before. Ethan started my racing career. I'll forever be grateful. I love it. You know, I love Shane. Fucking love Shane. Shane's the best. So what it boils down to, I think Cecil is to blame. 98%. It's all Cecil. So I think Cecil has to look in the mirror and ask himself, is this what he should be doing to his friends? Oh, fuck. I love roasting Cecil. Got it. I don't know why. He's just got the face for it. He's got the personality in the face. You just want to slap him. I don't know what it is, man. I love him, but it's like a love slap. You like love him. You want to hug him and slap him. Fly Crew says, I like a good poking if you know what I mean. Hell yeah, brother. Thank you, Fly Crew. Squid says, but you know what's not an accident? The magic that turned 6% home loan to a 400 to a 400%. Jesus, brother. Oh yeah, dude, that's for sure. You see those 50-year loans? Oh, I'm gonna save $300 a month, but I'm gonna be paying $1.4 million in interest. No, thank you. Darth Snarkus, how could you? Eric Limbeck with a $20 super chat. Thank you, brother. Make sure you guys like the stream, please. I appreciate that. I love you. Mad Fish, people who watch people they hate are losers. That is weird. Now, look, again, that goes back to the entertainment aspect of all this. It's entertainment. I agree, though, because I don't do that. I don't really, once I log off, I fucking log off. And, like, people going into, like, to watch a streamer that they hate and they're just, like, fucking constantly typing. I don't fucking get that. I don't get it. Now, maybe I would if the streamer reacted to it, like, every chat was like, fuck you. That'd probably be fun. But if you're not reading your chat, like, I don't know. I don't get it. But I've tried to look at the perspective, but all I can come to is it's like an entertainment perspective. It's like watching Duck Dynasty, but you can chat at the beard guy that he's a bitch. Thank you, Badfish. Love you, dude. Appreciate you. Big shout out to let me scroll up. It was Grifty. Yeah, Grifty with a red boy. Love you, brother. Appreciate you so much. Billy also dropped a red boy at the beginning. Love you, Billy. Appreciate you. Billy with a pink boy. Billy, I think Rainbow Knighted by him damn self. Eric Hyas. You guys know who you are. I appreciate you guys so much for all your love today. Eric, appreciate you. Don't forget. Wednesday, I have what is today? Is today Monday? What is today? Fuck. I think it's Monday. I have a stream. I have a CAMELCAST 104, I think, is Critical Drinker, Wednesday, 4 p.m. And then Saturday, I'll have, I think actually, Anus is the next Saturday. And then, Monday is Anus. Fuck, I don't have my schedule in front of me. It's downstairs in my music studio. But I have a lot of people coming on. It's going to be really, really cool. I'll probably do a show after the Critical Drinker show, to follow up. And yeah, I'll have a lot of cool stuff going on. So don't forget it and don't miss it. Daytona's in a few months. Don't forget about that. If anybody's interested in jumping on board as a sponsor, I know sometimes I've had like 5 people in my chat become sponsors because they actually own companies. So don't forget that. If you want to get on board and get in the next NASCAR video game, we can work that out too. And yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun. And I hope everybody from Comic Skate gets this fixed. Because I feel like they've stuck together pretty good in their current unit. And I don't think anyone really dislikes anyone greatly. So I think that'd be beneficial and cool to see. So yeah, dude, much love to all these people. We did hit Naked Snake, so I got to do that. Audience interaction is imperative. Well, it depends. If somebody's just saying like nonsensical, like trolling in the chat, I don't pay attention to that. It has to be intelligent trolling. April says, happy 250th birthday, shitbirds. Thank you. Thank you, AJ. Or April. Appreciate you, April. Snaky time. Love you, Rhino. Rhino's still here. Holy shit, brother. I appreciate that, dude. Hope you're doing well. Rhino's the man, dude. He's the man. Snoz says, this is too positive. I feel ill. Yeah. You come here for hysterical drama. I just like to dissect it and see where everybody's head's at. I'm not. Unless it's Rich, like a review tech, I'll lay into him a little bit. I don't even dislike him, though. I just lay into him a little bit when he's saying crazy shit. Let me raid. I could raid Nick, or I could raid Nick or Smash JT. Who do you guys want, Nick or Smash JT in the chat? After I do Nick and Snake. Do I shop at Walmart, Koski? No. Erikai says, Nick. I've had Raging Rhino on CamelCast before, yeah. I've had a lot of fucking people, man. Nick, Baldo, Nick. Make sure you guys like the stream, and I hope you guys had a good time. And I hope a few of you were able to, if you like really like to side, you were able to like at least listen to a perspective and enjoy it, Nick. There's one for Shane. Damn, you guys hate Shane. Damn. Come on. Give Shane some love. All right, we'll rate Nick. Since you guys want the nose, I'll give you the nose. Thank you, Ashley, for making it. Well, you made me uncomfortable many times in my life. Putting that big ol' ass on me. What's up? All right, let's do Naked Snake, and then we're gonna rate Nick Ricada. Get the I hit the F11. Get the hell on it, doggone it. Thank you guys for all making it happen. Make sure you guys like the stream almost to 500. And of course, we'll be back Wednesday with Critical Drinker. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And yeah, dude. Hell yeah, brother. Let's go. That's a pretty funny chat. I'll give you that one. All right, let's go. Shane who? Oh, come on. Here we go for the 528th show in a row for Naked Snake. Thank you so much, guys, for making it happen. I love you and I appreciate you. Let's get the hell on it. Diggity doggone it. Let's go. Here we go, boys. You guys ready? You guys ready for some cringe? Let's do it.
What a thrill with darkness and silence through the night.
Oh my God.
What a thrill.
You guys ready?
I'm searching.
I hope you like what you see, Ashley. Here we go. 528 boys in a row. Donna. Shadow. Appreciate you guys.
But you're so supreme. I give my life, not for honor, but for you.
Snake eater. Not go again. In my time, there be nobody else. Cry. It's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream. Snake eater.
Someday we'll go the rain. Someday you feed on a tree frog. It's a trial to survive. For the day.
Oh my God. April, I love you. I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there be nobody else. Cry, it's the way I fly to you. Here we go, boys. I'm still in a dream. Snake eater. 508 or 28 in a row. Here we go, boys. You ready? Are you ready? Are you ready, Jay Gibson? Hell yeah, brother. We did it. Another time. I appreciate you guys so much for all your love and all your support, as always. I'll leave with this. Somebody in the chat said, I thought bodybuilders shave their armpits. Yeah, so I don't shave until the end of my cut. So I'm cutting weight right now, started at 199, coming down to 170 for the new season. And I don't shave my body until the end of the cut because I won't really notice a huge difference. And then when I shave it, I have abs and it's really cool. It's like opening presents. It's a weird quirk. All right, boys, we're gonna raid Nick Ricada. I love you. I appreciate you. Get the hell on it, doggone it. I'll see you guys Wednesday, 4 p.m. for Critical Drinker, and I'll probably do one after that as well. Get on it, doggone it, boys. Hell yeah! Don't forget to subscribe to my my shorts channel, which is right there. I'll see you over on Nick's show. Love you. Appreciate you. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.